Oh, hey, bro.
Yo, bro. Uh-oh. Is my mic on? Check, check.
Yeah, you're on. You're on.
Oh, my headphones aren't.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'll turn you up. Yeah, I didn't turn everything down last night.
There you go.
I got so nervous last night that the show was going to get deleted. Like, after the show was over, I couldn't go back and download it yet. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to play it. And I just live recorded it on that, like, thing. And, like, I went to bed. I woke up, like, 2 hours later, like, oh, is it still there? And
I don't blame you.
I didn't have to do any of that. I just could have waited and been patient and realized we did nothing wrong.
We're okay. I also shared in this paranoia, you know, this whole notion, and this is not any shots to our overlord. We're grateful for the platform. I'm a little sour about, you know, the strike stuff, but hey, we move on. Yeah,
we use it to our advantage now.
Well, yeah, you know, like you said, you done. How did Clinton say it in her immortal words?
I don't feel no ways tired.
No ways tired over here.
We ain't tired yet, YouTube.
So, yeah, just like the idea that before I say something, I really need to think it through is a new concept to me, because I'm somebody that kind of goes off of the cuff impulse, and I'll just go ranting.
We'll get used to it. Give us a roll call of everybody in the chat right now.
Is that the Sean Penn?
Dude, oh, that's the guy who ratted on the cartel, dude. We're going to be talking about cocaine later on in the show, and I don't know if Sean Penn wants to be part of any of this.
As a proud Hollywood elite, I support this show.
Dude, props to Sean Penn. Dude, the guy's got a busy schedule to begin with, and look at him coming out here.
Mystic River. You were great in Mystic River.
All jokes aside.
Oh, yeah.
No, seriously, all jokes still inside. Welcome to Stuck in the Middle, Stuck at Night. YouTube.com/allthefright.
What?
I don't know. I'm on one right now.
All right, I'm feeling a little off. Are you feeling a little off?
Dude, I've been feeling off since the first time we got the ban. And let's not spend another half an hour on this.
Yeah, no, remember, like, I timed
trying
how
to
much...
locomotive, you know,
oh, no, we're going to power right through. Well, first off, all right, look, remember how excited I called you while I know you're grunting and doing your foreman work or whatever, construction and modeling for the ladies in the magazine or whatever you do, you crazy kids. And I'm like, hey, man, there's kind of I know I'm jumping right into it, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, but you didn't.
I was very excited.
You didn't call me. You texted me.
I called first and it went to voicemail.
Oh, did you? Okay. I didn't get the missed call.
How dare you?
But you texted me, and I was like, oh, man, what is so important? And, like, the text read
11:43 in the morning.
Yeah, and the text read as if you had, like, you're like, dude, I got some shit, like, nobody else has.
No, that's not the intention.
This is some late breaking shit, dude.
Well,
we must discuss.
All right, in my defense, everybody, all right, I knew, first off, it's something that should have been well known already. This shouldn't be re-breaking news, because essentially it is. But now we have what some have called a smoking gun, and it's already been broken as of, like, this morning, 22 hours ago, perhaps at this point. There is an actual voicemail from Big Papa Joe Biden to Hunter Biden.
Dude, he loves it when you call him Big Papa.
Big Papa Joe to little Bubba Joe. And it just, all right, so somebody that reported on it that's in the mainstream.
No, but what'd you say in your thing?
You're like, I was just like, dude.
Everything has been gathered for the past 11 hours. Like, we've gathered all the evidence.
Yeah, I did maybe embellish. Like,
yeah, it's like, whoa, I didn't know we were breaking this shit, dude.
I'm in Russia right now, okay?
I got the call, dude. I got the call. We're in like Flynn, dude. We're breaking this shit tonight, man.
So, yeah, I kept that energy, and, you know, Josh called me. He's like, what's up? You know, sounding fucking miserable with his miserable job. And, you know,
I was like... Hey, what's up, dude? Really good to hear from you right now. What do you want to tell me?
And then, well, I mean, I hope most of you know by now. I don't know what outlets you guys rely on. I do not fuck with the mainstream in any shape or form, but I noticed which outlets happen to have reported on said topic.
Sometimes I lie on an outlet.
You don't lie.
But then I re-lie on the same outlet.
Yes, the voicemail. See? Damn it, the inner circle. Then you already know.
You know what? Props to the inner circle.
They did
because it does seem like it's kind of quiet out there in newsland about the whole Biden voicemail thing. Honestly, to be honest with you, Eli, if you didn't bring it to my attention, I'm not even sure if I would have stumbled across it, just because it was so like they were like, "Hey, Biden, there's a voicemail out there, but don't say anything." You know, that's what all the right-wing outlets are like. Biden has a voicemail that's gonna break the world.
Bombshell, bombshell. And I kind of used that hyperbole on Josh while he was doing his job.
You got me though. I called you right away.
Look at all of the things that are happening like concurrently, right on top of another. Like, all right, Ghislaine Maxwell gets her sentencing while the Roe v. Wade thing is being discussed, right? Everybody's distracted, and all of a sudden we get that 20 years, and we're going to talk about what's being talked about regarding how she's going to serve that, and then we get the Biden voicemail, which apparently kind of sets up everything that's been claimed throughout the years, the past 2 years. Is it safe to say?
Yeah. I mean,
because you got to kind of walk back to walk forward with this one.
I believe it's and we shall walk that walk, the walk back forward to walk backwards to walk forward.
Hey, book girl.
I do believe, I mean, what the voicemail we're about to hear is from like 2018. So I believe it even goes back further than 2020. Obviously, 2018. I think it even goes back to 2013 as far as a lot of the stuff when he was vice president and stuff like that. So it's just. It's all very interesting. So, do you want to play the voicemail first, or should we go backwards to them and come forwards?
I would like to walk backwards. I think that's the best way to present it. And while you do that, I'm going to mention how we simply, or here, I'll just say it for what it is. All right, Josh spoke to somebody who is unquestionably on the left side. Like I'm a progressive on paper, and there's a lot of things that I believe in that people confuse me for a conservative. I don't fit in the box anymore. I'm not in any kind of box. This person fits in the box. And he had simply called the Russiagate scandal, a witch hunt, that it was been proven to be all horseshit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, we freaking okay, fine.
Dude,
we have to be careful.
We
have to be careful. But this person's like, no, what's the quote? The highest of institutions of this country have all agreed that we had enough evidence that it's we know.
Don't you get us banned?
We allegedly know that it was a witch hunt that lady that likes banana suits signed off on allegedly.
Let's go. Let's just focus on the topic at hand. I know. I feel your pain.
Eggshells.
I feel your pain, but let me harp dream you. I'm gonna harp dream you. Where's my goddamn harp dream, folks?
Lewis, don't be rude to book girl, okay? I'll be
try this one more time.
Like white on rice.
Let's harp dream.
Yes. Okay, all right. Take me back.
Let's go back to the year is 2020. And NBC publishes an op-ed. An op-ed, mind you. Oh, it's fine. I figured this shit out. An op-ed, mind you. And the op-ed goes as such. Joe Biden must clear the air on Hunter Biden and his China business dealings. Win or lose. And this op-ed makes some great points. Americans endured years of federal investigations and media frenzy over allegations of Trump campaign collusion with Russia, a second-rate rival in open decline. Americans now deserve more than indignant dismissals from Joe Biden's campaign about the Biden family's business affairs in China. Special counsel Robert Mueller's team spent 2 years and an estimated $32 million investigating allegations of collusion between the 2016 Trump campaign and Russia before failing to establish that this took place.
I apologize that I'm following a ongoing, I won't say dispute or conflict about Roe v. Wade between two members, and I'm proud
between
that
two Utes.
Two Utes, and it's still going on. I just want to let it be known where I stand. I'm with you, 100% book girl, and that's not me. I'm not pandering. I've made my stance pretty damn clear. So, yeah. And Lewis, I don't mean to call you out, but the whole, so be ready to be a mom, bro. Nah, son. That's not where I'm at. But we had this whole big old discussion yesterday. It's still very fresh, I see, in the minds of everybody. So I don't want to go and work too far back to a episode prior, Richard. So yeah, I remember this was a nice clearing the air. Everybody's at peace. You know, Hunter and Biden, they were just doing good. You know, with China, no hookers, no allegedly, no cocaine. No favors being curried.
But do you agree with what this article that we're talking about says that, you know, they're saying like we went through years of...
we were inundated and tired of
whatever collusion may have happened between Trump and stuff like that. You know, now whether Biden won or lost, this op-ed was saying, you know, he owes us
most secure election ever, Josh.
No, this is not even about the election. This is about he owes us an explanation.
It was so secure.
Yeah, but of course it is. That's a given. We don't even talk about that anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just wanted
that shit's fucking gravy. YouTube.
I love how secure it is.
So yeah, so even NBC had to post an op-ed under that title. We go forward a little bit, where BBC in that same year, I mean, this is not conspiracy.
Don't put up the wrong BBC. Oh, okay.
No, this is BBC. Yeah, okay. Of the same year, December 3rd, 2020, Chinese step up attempts to influence Biden team.
Hold on, I'm sorry, we got an influx, and I would like to say hello to Socialist Lounge, Liberty Lion, Governor Brooke Girl Lewis, and Shelby. Welcome everybody. And if I haven't named you, I'm sorry. Okay, go on, please. I'm sorry. Chinese step-up attempts to influence Biden team?
Yep, exactly.
So that was being reported on. As we knew, there were ties, and now it's allegedly all connected. And I hate saying that. Like, if you know something...
You want to talk to the chat again real quick?
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, all right. So let me see what's going on while we do some real-time homework.
No, I was just joking with you. I was just kind of like,
I won't do that again.
I was poking fun at you, like,
because it's so enthralling.
All right, yo, back to the chat. Okay, where are we at now? And we're like, okay, no, we're back at the Chinese. You're like, oh wait, what did the chat say? Okay, wait, the Chinese thing. It's like, yeah, we're just trying to just talk about it real quick, maybe.
Wait, let me read this. Okay, go ahead.
I don't.
You don't know?
It's not that I don't know. It's just that all like the ba is just gone. I'm just like, yeah, well, there you go. The Chinese. I want to just revert to the title. Just like, yep. See, but like without reading it because don't want to set it up again.
Is this during the time where
this is 2020, December 3rd?
Right. So
this is BBC saying, hey, guess what the Chinese doing? They're stepping up. They're to influence the Biden team. This is no like, you know, they're just like. But this is what the BBC is noticing. It's not like conspiratorial. It's not anything of that nature. They're just like, hey, they're doing this now.
And there's no conspiracy about this.
Yo, what'd the chat say?
That I still remember. You're not going to let me live it down.
No, we are. I just got to get it out of my system. I got to shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, go ahead.
I still remember very fresh in mind before it was the election when the Chinese, that professor was speaking to an audience and joked about how Biden's going to be the future president, and they all laughed at like, and we're going to get things back under control, you know. And that I saw with my own eyes, so I don't know. Don't strike me down. I'm just saying.
Let's go to now the 2020 election when Biden. So we're leading up to the voicemail, mind you. We're just, you know, we're going in time to come back in. Forward time.
Okay, word. That was
so
acutely. I'm just using $2 words.
That's fine. I love your $2 words.
Okay.
That was acutely
just wait for
interactive.
The $3 words.
Negatively.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. But here's the debate.
Vice President Biden, there have been questions about the work your son has done in China and for a Ukrainian energy company when you were vice president. In retrospect, was anything about those relationships inappropriate or unethical?
Nothing was unethical. Here's what the deal. With regard to Ukraine.
It's awesome. He starts with Ukraine first.
Yep.
So we're just going to go, let's do Ukraine.
Prophetic.
We had this whole question about whether or not, because he was on the board, I later learned of a Burisma, a company, that somehow I had done something wrong. Yet every single solitary person, when he was going through his impeachment, testifying under oath who worked for him, said, I did my job impeccably. I carried out U.S. policy. Not one single solitary thing was out of line. Not a single thing, number one. Number two, the guy who got in trouble in Ukraine was this guy trying to bribe the Ukrainian government to say something negative about me, which...
bro.
You remember the video?
What the?
Where Biden's like, hell, he look what he did. He did this. Like,
Right now, I'm just finding it really hard to stomach watching this, knowing everything that we know presently, which is why we're doing the whole walk back. And everything that's coming out of this man's mouth, it's another lie to the American people.
wait till he gets to China.
Okay.
They would not do and did not do because it never, ever, ever happened.
They don't do the
My
do,
son has
man.
not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about?
Ukraine.
China.
Oh, look,
I haven't had it.
What the like? That's how I lied when I was 3. You know, like I mean, listen, I didn't do the thing. What you talking about? Stealing cookies and the cookies? I didn't do anything like that. Like you pretend like you don't know what they're talking about, and then you find
what's
it.
this thing that
But
big country?
Oh yeah, China. Yeah,
We're in debt to them.
Yeah.
My son is always hitting me up for money to curry favor and pay arms dealers and stuff after they get him fucked up, allegedly, which is being
forget the
reported by the
name.
news.
Y'all are red.
Yeah,
You're all-
communists. Communist.
Communist China.
Rice.
China.
No,
Rice.
yeah,
rice.
rice.
Japan.
Yeah,
Oh, damn it.
no. Hey,
Sorry.
don't fuck with
Money.
Japan.
In terms of this thing about, what are you talking about? China. I
there
have
it
not
is.
had it. The only guy who made money from China is this guy. Nobody else has made money from China.
Never
President
to
Trump,
deal with
let me
China. By the
ask
way-
my
Yes,
question to
please
you.
let him-
Hold up. No, this guy's just lying
I
through
kind
his
of
teeth.
miss it. I want the new blood, but I miss the Trump energy, man. I'm not like the false idol worshiping Trump kind of guy. I just grew to respect him because of the work he just did. I was opposed to him. I'm a Bernie Sanders grassroots supporter, and I grew to appreciate the work this man did. And I miss just the way he would just
Like-
not give a shit and say what he had to fucking say, man.
What Trump exposed was this dance that politics did where they would like just as Biden said, listen, you know, people talking about what I did in China. Hey, let's talk about what he did in China. Like this finger pointing. And like, it was like this, like, I'm going to do it. You're going to do it. That's what we'll do. It's like, I'm going to deflect to you. You deflect to me. But what Trump did was like, whoa.
Let's break this down
What
a
did he
little
just
bit.
say? That was complete. He's just, Like there was no, he broke. So they had no way to respond to that. They kind of just like freaked them all out. And that's kind of one of the things, you know, he inadvertently exposed of them was their just inability to like really debate and just
Yeah, by actually
people.
filling the nuance, if you will. I'm not saying he's an intellectual speaker by any sense of the word.
He's
but
up against Joe Biden. You don't have to say that.
No, right.
You don't have to be
That
an
being
intellectual
said,
speaker.
but the person that we're not allowed to ever name, that Scarlet Letter, told me, like, for him, Trump just took politics and just dumped everything he thought he knew about it down and just started something kind of new. I don't know if I look at it as that prophetic, but by goodness gracious, I do miss some Trump. I am looking forward to new blood, though. We need something new in there.
Let's see how Trump responds to this real quick. I didn't watch it this far, but let's just, just for nostalgia.
Deal with
Let me
China.
let me
By the
ask
way-
my question to you.
But
and
could
then
I just
you'll-
one
Very
His
quickly.
son didn't have a job for a long time, was sadly no longer in the military service. I won't get into that.
Crack.
And he didn't have a job. As soon as he became vice president, Burisma, not the best reputation in the world. I hear they paid him $183,000 a month. Listen to this, $183, and they gave him a $3 million upfront payment.
All right.
And he had
See?
no energy.
I'm going to let the vice president
That's
respond to that quickly, and then I
100%
need to get to a
dishonest.
question to you.
We can't talk about that. The highest of institutions have said.
There you go. That's the institution, brother. I miss it. I'm sorry, man. Papa Joe, you're not doing it for me. And everything that's being outed by everything you said back then. And I'm getting sick and tired of it allegedly here, but apparently I have to say it.
He says nothing was unethical. So let's just
Nothing.
go back to now March of the same year when the White House insists Biden didn't lie about Hunter's business deals in China at the 2020 debate.
Unequivocal.
Last
This is
has
her
been
big question.
in the headlines again recently. During the last presidential debate, then Vice President Biden was asked if there was anything inappropriate or unethical about his son's relationships, business dealings in China and or Ukraine. The president said nothing was unethical. He went on to say,
This is great. She quotes his. She's like, yeah, well, just oh yeah, China. Like she even like.
Yeah. Okay.
my son has not made money in terms of this thing about what you're talking about, China.
Yeah.
Does the White House stand by that comment that the then vice president made?
We absolutely stand by the president's comment, and I would point you to the reporting on this, which referenced statements that we made at the time that we gave to the Washington Post, who worked on this story. But as you know, I don't speak for Hunter Biden, so there's not more I can say on that.
He's not in politics, so it don't matter what Hunter Biden does.
That's pretty much the move she made. And it reminds me just how hand in hand like mainstream outlets are with the White House. I want to know when that pivotal moment became a thing. Hey, let's get all the mainstream outlets to just say the shit we want them to say. We don't want a informed public or anything. That's crazy, man. So now, do we have
We do, indeed.
the quote unquote smoking gun that some outlets propose it to be?
So this was a New York Times report on his Chinese business dealings, allegedly proving he did speak with his son about relationships with the criminal dubbed the spy chief of China.
Well, that's a pretty strong title.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like you got something good here. Let's listen to the alleged voicemail from Biden, and let's see how we feel on that.
He couldn't befriend like the ramen guy of China. No, it was the spy chief.
Yeah, spy chief of China. I don't think he makes good food, the spy chief of China, but that's just me.
I don't know, man. I heard he's got access to some hookers.
Let's see what this voicemail is all like. I think this is all taken from that laptop that was stricken from the record for quite some time.
That was shoved under the radar, exactly. And now, finally, it doesn't get labeled as something. Misinform.
I mean, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Hey, Palace Dad, it's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. Just want to talk to you. I thought the article, at least the thing online, that's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think it's clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love you.
What do you think that means?
Well,
you know, it's saying the call goes back.
You don't even have to speculate that hard when you look at everything. Like, I can only propose allegedly. I'm sorry.
But it says though, like it's so like it says President Joe Biden spoke with Hunter about his business dealings with the Chinese criminal his son dubbed. That's like in anywhere in that voicemail, I didn't see Biden name the Chinese.
Correct.
I didn't hear him say the spy of China or the spy chief of China. So what else are we missing from the story? Because to me, right now, the voicemail just says, "Hey, man, I think you're in the clear." Like, is it the time frame? Is that what we should be holding this up to? Like, is it because it happened in 2018? Like, what?
This was before.
How does that make you lead your connections that you were pumped up about today?
Well, this was apparently before the story broke out, exposing his relations with, well, for one, I guess the hookers and the drugs. And I got this. I have to look at a screen grab that I did of another show real quick.
So while you're finding that,
yes.
It says, now in a voicemail left on Hunter's iPhone, the evidence has come from POTUS's own mouth. Joe called Hunter on December 12th, 2018, saying he wanted to talk to him after reading a New York Times story about Hunter's dealing with the Chinese oil giant CEFC. Okay, now I'm understanding it. Files on Hunter's abandoned laptop previously disclosed by Daily Mail show that he struck a deal with the Chinese company worth millions of dollars after touting his family's connections.
Yes, he was known to do that. So, again, I'll preface it with allegedly, and I'm just repeating what I've heard other more mainstream outlets say, and I'll add even the caveat, more right-leaning outlets, because I guess they're more invested in speaking about this than the left-leaning outlets that don't want to have any part of this news.
The Daily Mail is filling it in, actually.
Okay.
The Times 2018 story pointed out CEFC's chairman Yi Jiaming had been arrested in China, and his top lieutenant Patrick Ho had been convicted in the U.S. for bribing African officials to help Iran evade oil sanctions. It revealed that Yi had met with Hunter at a Miami hotel in 2017 to discuss a partnership to invest in American infrastructure and energy deals. You know what this sounds like to me? Sounds like those assholes that do stuff in the stock market where they bet on things that are going to fail. Just sounds like, you know, some people are plugged into the idea that maybe this thing we got here ain't going to be around for a while. So let's bet on its failure and we'll look good for the people who become victorious. Like, you know, without being too conspiratorial, it just seems like they are one of our biggest, you know, competitors. You know, why give them access and information, stuff like this, without it being as simple as, because I want money.
Well, all right, stop me.
Eric Swalwell. Yes, Techno.
Stop me if you feel I'm saying anything that's just not good to say. I'm going to repeat the things that I have read and understood from other shows. Okay, so, and I have a screen grab here. Okay, so while Hunter was out there in China or Russia partying it up with hookers and specifically the Chinese, okay, they were very well known for partying it up, getting him all kinds of pumped up. This is the quote from the content creator that I watched, or news outlet. He is a reporter. And they would get him to call his daddy to help him get permits for the Chinese, and to help them and help him work with actual arms dealers. Allegedly, I'll add allegedly there. Here's what I have right here, okay? And I'm being mindful of what I'm reading, and I understand that there was some woman here. I'm just going to read this. Ava chased Hunter Biden for payments over the following 6 weeks. He told her on February 27, 2019, that he was unable to make any payments to people with Russian email addresses because they were too much of a red flag for his bank. Quote, that is what got my accounts frozen and reviewed by bank. He said before arranging to meet one of Ava's escorts in Queens and pay her in cash. Hunter Biden spent over $30,000 with Russian escorts linked to Ava and Uber GFE, which is... This is the stuff that I watched. You have it right there.
Yeah.
Okay, there you see. It's public information. You know, I shouldn't be nervous about talking about what is the truth.
But there is, you have to understand, there's
present devil's advocate.
There is also too a lot of like missing details. Like all of it sounds great, but I don't necessarily think you could say this is. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just YouTube. Don't ban this, dude.
We're just presenting the information that we know, and as we're not a news show, but we do share the information, and we're big on consistency, transparency, and if ever there's information to the contrary, and yes, I'm sorry that I'm going to jump around. Lewis, let it go, please. We're moving on. Let it go. You're disturbing the chat. Yeah, it's today it was breaking news, and on Google there was 11 different outlets all talking about just this. There's clearly something there, and we were told time and time again, nothing unethical happened, and here we are right now with that on our screen, proof, names, and everything. So I'll go as far as saying it's not looking good.
It is not looking good. You're 100% right.
And another thing I heard is that the Biden administration was actually letting different leaders from other countries like buy access to the White House, or even Hunter would charge people access to his dad, our president. And I need to chill out, because I guess I'll go too off. You know, if I don't have a backup to the claims here, I'm just going off of everything I've heard and read throughout the past 24 hours.
Well, we got. Okay, let's, just sticking with that Biden administration jargon real quick. What we do have proof of is the Speaker of the House being a douche. I'm pretty sure this is what it looks like. This is Nancy Pelosi just being a douche. Who sent this to us? Who gave this? Who reminded us? Was this Technolificer last night? That said, the Pelosi elbow. Like somebody in the chat said that.
No, we had a Karscar.
Yeah, it was Karscar or Techno. Sorry if I got any of that wrong. But
immediately I looked it up last night and tonight and today, and here we are. Here's what we were referring to when I went on a diatribe about how hollow of a human being Pelosi is.
So they're taking a picture, and Pelosi asks, I guess the new congressman here, or whatever fuck he is, hey, you want to bring any of your family members into the picture? And he does make reference. It almost sounds like he says pastor.
See,
We want our pastor to come into the picture.
I did not have full context. I wasn't aware this was a congressman.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not assuming gender or anything.
Congress or mayor or somebody. He's.
So this was going to be just a nice little fluff piece picture, pictorial with the family.
And he is GOP, too. He is like, the opposite party.
Okay.
Of Pelosi.
So she's going to take it out on the kids or something, right?
Maybe. I mean, they love kids. Why would she do that?
She did have a rebuttal to this, which I never bothered to look into, but okay.
Well, we'll look it up live. So
look at this.
She signals for the pastor to come over, and then it's almost as if she looks down to her right, and she's like, well, this is where the pastor may stand, so I need to shove this child out of the way.
No, Josh, you know what she's thinking in that moment? She's saying, why doesn't this...
I need to abort this child.
Why doesn't this child have my salsa for the chips I have behind the chair or something?
She's like, how come we're not for 9-year abortions?
It's Taco Tuesday. Get the... Yeah, okay.
There it is. There's the shove.
Get away.
But, dude, good on the little girl for being like...
A champ.
I'm going back to where I was. I'm not letting your greasy old elbow get me out of here.
Oh, greasy Pelosi elbow.
Dude, you know it's greasy.
Uh-huh.
Look at her. Get out of here.
Stop it.
This is where the pastors... Get out of here. This is the part.
Look, I know I take the pop shots at my own party. I'm still registered as a Democrat. But this woman, this is the party that champions. We love the kids. Let's let the kids, make our talking points for us, and let's promote them on every station, on every topic possible, so you feel bad about having any rebuttal. But now here I am, right next to an actual child, and ooh, cooties. Oh, get away, peasant child. No.
They love the kids so much. They're all about, all the cool stuff that goes on at kink-appropriate Pride Fest, and, they're all about nudging kids out of the way and making sure there's not as many kids in the future, because we want to make sure we can kill things that may eventually become kids. See what I did there? I made sure I used the appropriate left language.
So, as I understand it right now, actually, fuck, I hate phrasing it this way.
And by kill, I mean
unaliving.
Unalive. It's a joke.
The left are seen Nina Turner, Pelosi, Maxine Waters, and Elizabeth Warren, all trying to just question the validity of the Supreme Court. They're literally trying to make the people think the Supreme Court doesn't mean a damn thing right now, as I understand it. I understand that they don't like what has transpired, but you can't just make the Supreme Court less than what it is because of a verdict or something. I don't know what more to say to that. I appreciate the Supreme Court having to do that type of job, because you are supposed to just kind of go off the Constitution kind of thing and make judgments off that, and it's probably very hard to stick to that when feelings and biases come in there, and they'll be accused of making the wrong decision all the time by one side. So you're not going to please everybody. Right, of course not. My favorite point that we reached, and it was a real-time learning experience last night on last night's episode, was that the whole Roe v. Wade thing, the DNC, the Democrats, when they were in power, they had the power, could have codified this for 50 damn years.
And I will argue this. The Republicans very well could have fought that and made an all-out federal abortion ban for 50 years, and they did not. So both sides are playing the idea that, well, if they get in, look what they're going to do. Like, they naturally moved to the extremes because they were both playing off each other. So the best way to make me not vote for you is to tell me the thing I don't want to hear. Well, they're going to make abortions legal. Well, they're going to make abortions illegal.
Precisely.
Like, it was like a natural. That was a natural evolution. I know people in religion go when they hear evolution, but that was a natural evolution that was going to happen with those two topics, just because of how moral.
What I really learned, like the biggest, most important thing about last night's episode when we discussed this at greater length was how, when it was first introduced and fresh, Roe v. Wade, in the 75, and that Gallup poll was taken, there was more of, it was a fresh idea. People were more open to discuss it at that time.
Yeah, in 1975.
In 1975.
Democrats and Republicans both lined up in essentially about how they felt about it.
Precisely. So this is where I got, it's not conspiratorial, but I just...
Which was more in the middle, which was essentially the old saying safe, legal, and rare.
Right, rare. That's how it begun. The conversation began. What the fuck? It should have. The conversation should have happened there when it was still fresh and malleable. And then I think it is a government strategy, a political strategy to plant the seed of something that could fester. And by it staying as long as possible without anything being done, it lets people divide further and further and further, get even more emotional, and they could just dingle it in front of us and say, I'm going to run to codify it, and then not do shit.
It's a real-time political ad.
Yeah.
Just as what's going on with the word that rhymes with schmanuary, schmicks.
Yeah, yes.
That is literally a real-time political ad. Like, in the beginning, they're like, listen, there's nothing, no charges are going to be brought to this. Like, nothing's going to happen from this. Like, that was specified from the jump. Like, and then, okay, we know what this is.
And then with that silence, however long it did last, because it doesn't feel like it lasted long at all.
I mean, it's still going on.
And there's, I don't think a single charge has been brought to anybody.
Not of that name, not of the I word.
Right. So.
Not of insulation.
Just saying, there is some sort of political strategy, Sun Tzu, divide, conquer, by having serious issues stay there and have no action taken by either party, because it benefits both parties. One-party state, two-party illusion. And that's what I've learned throughout these 2 episodes.
What do you feel? Moving on. Let's do our best to move on. What do you feel about this illusion? That Ghislaine Maxwell was given a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. How do you feel?
20 years. So, apparently, like, this means she could very well live and not serve that entire sentence. I know what the lawyers are doing with, oh my God, you know, people want to murder her, and I'm sure people want to. You done earned that, lady. She's probably trying to get leniency, get put in a safer, more comfortable spot.
If you don't know who she is, which I'm sure you do, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison on Tuesday for helping the sex offender and globe-trotting financier Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse teenage girls. The British socialite, 60, was convicted in December of 5 charges, including sex trafficking a minor, for recruiting and grooming 4 girls to have sexual encounters with her then-boyfriend Epstein between 1994 and 2004. At her sentencing hearing in Manhattan, Maxwell called Epstein a manipulative, cunning, and controlling man who fooled everyone in his own orbit. She said she was sorry for the pain that his victims experienced. It is the greatest regret of my life that I ever met Jeffrey Epstein.
Shut the fuck up. Full of shit, lady.
Do you not think at all she could have been... I'm just, asking earnestly. You think there was any manipulation there?
Yeah, she was manipulating children to please her master.
Before that part, the master, was there any manipulation on his part?
You're not going to find any empathy or sympathy.
I'm not looking for empathy. I'm just looking for more for a little deeper conversation and the whole Stockholm syndrome thing, and not. So let's separate this idea real quick. Let's get this out of the way, because let's not get any miscommunication there. Just because she may have been manipulated takes 0 away from what she did. Correct. So just separate that away. Don't even worry about saying one thing is equal to the other. Don't even think about that. If you're saying she was manipulated, that means, well, then that's okay what she did. By no means am I saying that and or am I implying that. I'm just saying, as from person to person, do you think it's possible that that relationship with this crazy, creepy motherfucker, there was a way he did manipulate her into that without saying she should have got out? Of course, I believe that. But do you think there is any validity to that?
I think by witnessing her persona and her own psychopathy, she pretty much was willing and happy to play this game that she did for so many years.
You think money is a manipulator?
And, I think she got gratification out of
seeing
the whole
some type of
damn
life.
shebang.
You think
she was well-to-do
because of him, right? Oh no, you're right. British socialite, 60, meaning she came from money.
These are two
she didn't need to do that.
Sick individuals, and what pisses me off.
So it was like rich people doing being
rich
bored.
people doing
like
rich,
being
sick
bored.
shit. I want
being useless.
Why the fuck haven't we been able to get the client list? It's a federal case.
That's the biggest thing.
I understand, but
5 charges of whatever misconduct.
There has to
the
be
thing
an
we really
exception.
want is still sealed.
Yeah, I'll never be at peace with that. And something like, all right, there is no conspiracy in my mind about this, but it's something I'm starting to notice because other people pointed out to me. Have you seen any pictures of her in other than these drawings and sketches of her actually in the prison garb? I am not proposing that she's in some island or anything like that, but it's a federal case, so we can't see that
exactly.
shit.
You remember that whole thing.
That's
it's drawings. Cameras,
right.
and which is fine. There could
this
be
is
no
where transparency. We're at the most distrusting time of our government, as far as I can tell. This day and age, this is when we rely. This would buy some credibility from our government if they would make some exceptions to such a egregious case.
Well, I'll tell you, the government felt so egregious about this case that Ghislaine's next stop could very well be the harsh reality of the orange is the new black.
Now that is not a
dude.
Heavy
She's gonna
security.
suffer.
That's not a very heavy security prison.
Do you want to be filmed and be brought up on TV for the rest of your life, dude? And make mad money off your royalty? What? No, that sounds horrible.
Wait. She can't do any of that. And what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
What?
I'm just saying, you want to be brought to a place that wasn't that bad that you were able to make
that they could
a decent amount of money off. I'm just saying, whatever that lady's name is, Piper Kerman, who chronicled her 15-month stint at Danbury, which is where Maxwell may go, on drug charges in a book that was later adapted into the series, The Orange is the New Black. The comedy drama, 15 months at this prison, you were able to turn into a comedy drama. So my point is, Ghislaine Maxwell doesn't sound like she's going to the most, like, how dare you of place. It's more like, chill out, have some fun, man. But hey, careful, you're still in jail. Like every now and again, they're like, we remind you, you're in jail. But
with the nature of the crimes, she does not belong anywhere comfy or as freeing, like, because you have a lot of wiggle room in that prison, as I understand it. As somebody that's watched a couple fucking episodes, and it's just, she deserves so much worse than what she's getting. And my concern is that at some point, the lawyers are going to use the scare tactics of her getting injured by other inmates, and she's going to fly a little early.
This is also where the previously housed reality TV star Teresa Giudice of the Real Housewives of New Jersey went. That's how hardcore this prison is, dude. The Real Housewives of New Jersey are going here.
Yeah.
And they hate it. They get no type of pampering whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it ain't there for that, but it's too soft.
They live in disgust.
I think just complete isolation, give the public what they want, throw her to the fucking wolves, man. I guess ensure that she's able to survive her sentencing, but I am not pleased with, how this is playing out.
So the judge's recommendation doesn't guarantee Maxwell ends up in Danbury. The Federal Bureau of Prisons doesn't comment on individual cases, but factors, nor do they release pertinent information. We know that. They just seal it. But factors considered in assigning inmates include the security and supervision the inmate requires, any medical or programming needs, separation and security measures to ensure the inmate's protection, and other considerations, including proximity to an individual's release residence. So they're like, we want to make sure she's comfortable. That's all. You good? You good?
This is the last thing.
Sorry about that, but we kind of had to. You're a sex trafficker, you know, like, sorry.
All right, I think Tech, again, proposes like just a wise commentary. Like, I wonder if they are quite literally protecting their money mules, the so-called rich, you know, by putting them in something that's not known for its high security or its tough treatment. This is where they send fucking reality stars to go and, you know, enjoy their little vacation on taxpayers' money. And this woman, of all fucking people, is the one that's going to go to Dansbury, which is not confirmed yet. There's
But
so
like
many things wrong happening at once.
They wouldn't make an article on it if she probably wasn't going there. I mean, like, maybe they would, but like somebody knows some stuff and they're like, yeah, she's probably going to Dansbury because it's chill there. And she's just a chill person. Except for the sex trafficking stuff. That's not cool.
I'm pretty fucking I'm very black-pilled right now today. Just everything that's going on. We got we'll call the Biden bombshell. We got Ghislaine sentencing.
Well, you got Ghislaine having an easy in, and then you have that juxtaposed to John Hinckley Jr. having an easy out.
So yeah, that's right. John Hinckley Jr. That's the fellow that tried to kill which president? Reagan, and he did shoot somebody else instead, right? I think the guy took the bullet.
Well, he shot Reagan, and then he shot 3 other people. So quite literally, we have a mass shooter.
Oh, like, so he actually fits the definition. It's just not like media hyperbole.
First ever TV
and he's been in jail for about 30 years.
I'm sure he's looking good.
He's discovered himself. He realized that he's now a musician. He's going to come out with some kick-ass music.
Oh, man.
He does have some tour dates planned, but some of those venues dropped him because they're like, oh, you're that John Hinckley.
Wait, some of the venues dropped him?
Yeah, dude. I mean, would you not take up some John Hinckley Jr. money if he was coming your way? We're like, listen, he served his time. Why are you going to punish him? You almost got to look at the law as if the law is God, and the God has dished out the punishment. And if the law said 30 years, the law said 30 years. He's done his time. Why treat him anything else but like somebody else who deserves a second chance?
That doesn't right, but that doesn't always separate them from their, you know.
His interview might make you think a little different, though.
Okay, I'm prepared.
They're like, he's out. He's fine, right?
I'm expecting to see a very healthy man after 30 years of reconstruction and rehabilitation.
Now we have to make sure this video suits the guidelines of what YouTube wants to call reactions. You know, we don't want to get booted for this. Let's go ahead and boot this up to 125, and we may make some pauses and enjoy this video a little more than we should, but we don't want to get a copyright strike. So here's CBS Morning News and a few pauses in between.
His first ever TV interview. We are hearing now from the gunman who tried to assassinate.
And look how happy they are. But seriously, like, this is a mass shooting. Right now, news are like, another mass shooting, and look how mad we are. Blah. Now they're going to get an interview with a mass shooter, because he shot 4 people. You don't have to kill 4 people. You just have to injure 4 people.
So he could save get Jodie Foster's attention.
Hell yeah.
Because he saw Taxi.
Wouldn't you?
She was like 14 in that film, bro. Nah.
Gay.
And she's literally gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't want that.
No.
She don't want no part of that.
No.
John Hinckley does.
Yeah, he did.
President Ronald Reagan 41 years ago. John Hinckley is his name, John Hinckley Jr., and he changed.
John Hinckley is his name. Shooting the president is his game.
You don't mind that I share that? Dear God, our numbers are bipolar, but thank you for that, because I'm bipolar too.
Yes.
So, okay, all right. John Hinckley, show me your sanity.
Here's the video
history in 1981
that no one's ever seen. Breaking news.
No, we saw that.
No. Never before seen. Breaking news.
All the poor Secret Service guy got paralyzed. The police officer got shot.
Wrote a book. He said he regretted that he couldn't protect the president better. What a guy.
Yeah, what do you mean, dude? You can't, like...
Yeah, nope. Dude, these guys get indoctrinated to do their damn job, and they do it well, sir.
Hello. I wish I could protect the president much better.
See, that was kind of funny, but then I thought about, like, that he's like, paralyzed and like
I fought what I could to protect the president.
and is still depressed that he just didn't do better.
But I am here and I am living now and I am laughing. Ha 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 ha. I love my life.
Even though he wrote a book about how he,
even though he can't do anything a human can do,
Well, much respect to the man that risked it all and lost it all for
I suppose,
our president.
Yeah, I suppose.
Go team.
Much respect.
All
Just
right.
seems like,
You don't like Secret Service agents, do you?
No, I do. I like them. It just seems like, why do you not like yourself that much? Like, that's the job you want to do? I took a bullet for the president.
It goes pretty deep, man. You know.
Here you go. Here's your Medal of Honor. Now I must go shit in my colostomy bag. And my wife must feed me through a straw, but I love my life. You want to enjoy that? You want to enjoy that life? You save the president?
I mean,
trickle downonomics didn't save my life.
Reaganomics, yeah.
Trickle downonomics.
All right, so
the same thing.
So you hate people that love their country and serve it to the best of their capacity and ability.
I didn't say that.
That end up getting paralyzed.
I just don't like somebody who's like, I wish he'd be like, I wish he'd be sitting there and be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, and I'd feel a little better. I don't think anybody wants to live their life like that.
No,
do you?
I don't believe so at all. No.
Like, so when he says, like, I am very happy I did this decision, I'm like, I don't believe you, dude. I really don't. Like, and anybody else who has to wipe your ass and feed you and, make sure you're still breathing. I don't know how they feel anymore.
I'm just starting to cry inside a little bit. I'm sorry, man.
If anybody should cry, it's him.
So
if he's not crying, you're not allowed to cry.
About that Hinckley fella.
Yeah.
Mentally ill 25-year-old, and after 30 years at a psychiatric facility, Hinckley's restrictions were gradually lifted, and earlier this month, a judge granted him full freedom.
Full freedom. A man who tried to assassinate the president after 30 years was like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
30 years, 25 years old. A man who tried to assassinate the president.
Yep, and
they're like, I tell you what, you're good now. You're fine now? Yeah, well, you can come out.
So, yeah, okay, I'd like to see. So that's him.
That's him. That's Hink. That's the Hinks.
He looks a little benzodiazepined.
I am fine.
Hinckley sat down with our Major Garrett for an interview you will only see on CBS News. Major, good morning. We know his name. We know his face. We have never heard his voice.
Good morning, Tony. One of the bullets that Hinckley fired ricocheted off the presidential limousine, entered Ronald Reagan's body, and lodged within an inch of the president's heart, nearly killing him. Hinckley told us he thought the president was a nice man and a good president. Those are direct quotes, but that his mental illness left him deeply divorced from reality.
Oh. So that's fine then. Yeah, like, oh, okay, cool. That's cool why he did that.
I went to the Washington Hilton Hotel.
Whoa, look at those tear ducts.
And he came out from giving a speech.
Uh-huh.
And I was right there, and I fired shots at him, which so unfortunately hit other people too.
Isn't that funny?
Damn, is he?
How he's like,
I didn't hit the target.
Yeah, but our bad, it hits other people. Like, he didn't say, like, my bad for hitting the president. He said, like, it's my bad for hitting other
Yeah,
people.
I didn't get my intended target that would have, gotten Jodie Foster, and I would have ran off into the sunset with her.
I was trying to get Jodie Foster.
Her attention.
Yeah, I was trying to get her attention, but unfortunately, I hit people I was not trying to aim for.
This dude looks
No,
medicated out of his
unfortunately, you
brain.
hit the president, man. Like, that's the part you're supposed to say my bad to the first time.
Thankfully, we have some audience members that were around back at that time that, like, cried when this happened, and...
Yeah, I could understand.
Okay, go on.
And I fired shots at him, which so unfortunately hit other people too.
Oh,
Do you have any recollection of that feeling at that moment?
No.
None.
Remember that.
Okay.
Remember, he has
remember
no
anything.
recollection of that feeling at that
Okay,
moment. And maybe he doesn't, but this fucking slick-ass interviewer asks him a different question, and the way he responds was like, oh, now you remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A word?
But he's free. He's out.
I don't. It's such another lifetime ago. I can't tell you now the emotion I had, right as he came walking out. I just can't tell you that.
Bullshit.
Mostly that is something you can't remember.
Right.
Right. That's because of all the Xanax I've done.
Yeah, that they've made it necessary for me to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I may take.
Because you don't want to remember it.
Maybe. But you're right. It's something I don't want to remember.
I wonder how he feels about
It was all
Jody
just
Foster
so
now.
dramatic.
The assassination
It was so
attempt sent
dramatic?
President Reagan to the hospital for nearly 2 weeks.
So much drama.
Paralyzed White House Press Secretary James Brady and wounded police officer Thomas Delahanty and Secret Service agent Tim McCarthy.
4 people. This is a mass shooting. And the news is like, yeah, let's talk to a mass shooter. Can't wait. Let's hear his let's understand why he did it. What does it matter?
It is a little fascinating to
You're
see
not
him.
supposed to get this guy, like, this guy's trying to, like, you don't think he's just now going to get, like, concerts and venues accepting him just because of this newfound
He better
fame?
not start a fucking podcast
Listen,
or something, bro.
He did his time, whatever. I just think it's a little hypocritical for them to kind of knowingly promote him.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, media going media kind of a deal, you know?
It's not like he did an accident and got those 30 years taken away and like, okay, let's help him make up for lost time. It's like, no, he tried to murder the president.
Pretty shocked that he's even getting out at all.
Yeah, and like severely hurt 3 other people.
Yeah.
One of them rides around in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Hello, I love my life.
I shot 4 people. And
Almost
I'm sorry
killed
to
him.
The Reagan family, the Brady family, the other families.
He didn't remember the other family's name.
Damn, he couldn't even name drop.
You know, I'm so sorry for
He
like
sleeps with one eye open.
gripping his pillow tight. Exit light.
Definitely.
Enter night. Take my hand off to Neverland. It's a Metallica song. Sorry.
Officer Thomas Delahanty and Secret Service agent Tim McCarthy.
So like, look how CBS, like, they literally just told you everyone who he shot.
Yes.
And then they're gonna cut to him.
Yeah, and those other people.
Naming the names of like the people.
Yeah.
Like, the news knows what's going on here too a little bit.
They're playing an old game here.
I shot 4 people. And I'm sorry to the Reagan family, the Brady family, the other families of the
well played.
You got 50-50. We're good.
victims. I'm sorry to Jody Foster for bringing her into this.
Hinckley, depressed, isolated, and delusional, was obsessed with actress Jody Foster. By attempting to kill President Reagan, he thought he could impress her.
I feel badly about that.
Okay, I'm glad.
You know what, dude?
30 years to think about it.
I tell you what, apology accepted. Yeah, I feel badly about that. Oh man, at least he said it, you know?
Yeah, at the very fucking least.
At least
I mean,
he
it should
feels
still be rotting. I
At
guess.
least he feels badly about that. Just tried to murder the president. I feel badly about that. That's my B. Sorry.
I'd really like to know how he feels currently about Jody Foster.
Let's see how he feels about what would have happened if he would have succeeded.
Okay.
And remember when he said, "Can you recall how you
shit.
feel?"
Yeah.
No, I can't.
What about the Reagans?
I feel badly for all of them. I mean, I have true remorse for what I did. I know that they probably can't forgive me now, but I just want them to know that I am sorry for what I did.
Have you ever thought about what would have happened had you succeeded?
Well, I mean, yeah, history would have been changed with the new president.
That's it?
I mean, yeah, it would have been a big historical event.
he got a little out of, like he was like kind of like,
I think he's still got a bit of that vision in there.
oh yeah, it would have been a big historical. That's what he like. This is him. This is what he wanted. He wanted a new president. He wanted it to be a big historical event.
I'm glad I did not succeed.
You are?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes.
Very much so.
You traumatized a nation too.
I did.
Are you sorry for that?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I did. Like such quick answers.
I'm sure the country was traumatized. I'm very sorry for that.
Is there any...
Yeah, right?
Dude, as long as you say...
This guy's pulling on my heartstrings, bro.
When you say you're sorry, I'm like doubtful. When you say you're very sorry, I'm like, well, shit.
All in.
I need to...
Yeah, of course you forgive that.
We're forgiven. All fucks are forgiven.
Part of you that wonders how the John Hinckley of that era could have gotten to that point?
I did not have a good heart. I was doing things...
We'll just keep it at that. He did not have a good heart. And we'll keep that Xanax size.
How long was this?
It goes on for another 3 minutes. Right. But like the best part was up front. Seriously. Like that was the most gripping part because I do want to get to something that is so frustrating. Traffic. Are you a fan of traffic?
No, I fucking lose my mind.
John Hinckley would have done something about traffic. He would have went up to whoever's controlling the traffic and almost murdered them, but paralyzed 3 other passerbys.
And feel bad about that.
But luckily, we have a professional amongst us in traffic. And when I mean a professional, I mean an entertainer. And when I mean an entertainer, I mean Drake.
Okay, he's creepy. Like, he's got some good music. I ain't gonna deny that. I'm not his biggest fan, but he's a creepy guy, and I'll tell you why.
Why is he creepy?
Okay. He, like, reaches out to young starlets, young, like, up-and-coming actresses while they're young, and then proceeds to kind of, theoretically here, groom them until they're 18 and then takes them out. And he even says this shit in his songs. Like,
is
the
this
girl
alleged?
on Stranger Things, 11, she was on Entertainment Tonight talking, and when she was 14, talking about how often she would get texts from Drake, and when asked about what the fuck they were talking about, she said, "Oh, just boy stuff." And
she's like, "How often does he hit you up?" He's like, "How often does he hit you up?" And she's like, "Er day." And
in her defense, I suppose, like, she did defend Drake.
She looks older than 11.
But
in her defense,
she's not
in his
11
defense
anymore. You know,
she was 11 at one point. Or was that just her name?
No, she was actually 11 at one point in her life. Yes,
Jesus,
for a whole year.
What a gross bastard you are, Drake.
But no, at that time she was 14, and he was texting her. Like, you know, there was a whole.
What was he saying?
They were talking about boy stuff.
He's
know,
like,
and
you want to know my motto? And she's like, "What's that?" And he's like,
"Nice for what?"
Shh, you don't tell anybody about this.
Yeah, well, she did.
Yeah.
All right, and I'd recommend that all of you look that shit up for yourselves. There's another content creator that did a whole breakdown, and that's why I look at him like, dude, what?
To me, this is worse. You know, to me, this is worse because it affects me more. And this is being in traffic. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. And imagine you're in city traffic. City traffic is the worst kind of traffic because it's just congested like a mofo. So now you have, you know, people trying to take their chances and cut you off, and just, you know, there's a lot of defensive and aggressive driving when it comes to traffic because you got to be on your toes. Someone's going to try to squeeze in if you're not paying attention. You know, like, people are trying to move, they're trying to get out of there. You're trying to go with the flow. And even when you're doing everything right, you have these people who just, you feel like they do things to spite you.
Yes, very much so.
And then you have these kind of...
So, are we watching Drake's, like, POV here?
This man right here is the man who it happens to.
Okay.
This is his POV. This is his P on a V. P in a V.
Fucking retard. Now I'm stuck in the fucking...
So look, so this is the nice car. Like, they just kind of cut him off for no reason. You know, like, this guy, I get it, no problem, whatever. He shouldn't have done that, but whatever. But this motherfucker's trying to...
That's pushing it.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I would have let him in, and Drake's in this car.
Drake's in the okay.
So he goes. He's like, fuck you. I'm going.
All right.
The guy in the SUV gets out of the SUV.
Oh, shit.
No, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Gets in anyways.
What are you doing?
Security.
I'm asking you to stop.
I had right of way. I don't care. Are you the police? No, I just have your license plates and I'll just report you. No problem. No, you don't.
I'll take your Tesla.
Good job. Take it.
Fuck off with this guy.
Fucking retards.
He gets in.
California 7VRZ951. Ontario BYXT 150.
Good job, citizen. Okay.
Whatever. I mean, like, what do you... and then this fucking asshole
Dude.
gets in, too. This guy's a cuck, dude. Unless they're all part of the caravan.
I think
they are. Look, yeah, it's the same car.
Jesus, man. I'm getting mad.
We gotta follow. We gotta stay behind Drake's car, man. We're in the caravan.
No red flag law in place here, but I would have gone a little postal. Okay.
But seriously, you're stuck in traffic and just like somebody just like does that and they flex on you while doing it. You're just like, fuck, man, you put me in such a weird position. Like, I'm probably not going to do anything. I don't want to
I'm very
escalate
sad this did not escalate to violence. I would have been very satisfied had the big gentleman been knocked over the head with a
You wouldn't have done
baseball bat.
anything. There's 15 of them. You would have gotten one guy.
Yeah.
They have that weird security money right. Like a private security company can fucking do what they want.
Or I could have had my final hurrah.
Yeah, your one final hurrah, and then gotten raped by 13 other bald white men.
Unless I could have taken 12, allegedly.
You couldn't have. No, it wasn't gonna happen.
Hey man, I got some armory. I mean toys.
That was one situation where you just had to take it.
I'm talking about dark
You would have
things.
had to have taken it.
Yeah, no, I would have taken the L. That's all.
What's
That's
up,
all.
Global Watchman?
Hey, Global, Lori, sweetheart. Good to see you again. Please, I want you to. Sorry for doing this. Progressive Patriot is also banned, like we have been for 2 weeks. It was 3 days ago, I think. I got just 2 or 3 more days. I'm not doing math here. 4 days, apparently, so I can go back and rant. All right. So Drake, fuck Drake.
It
I don't
looks
like him.
for Thursday we're gonna have a nice block of woke shit going on. And then maybe we can do our weird news stories, and maybe there'll be something that happens over the next day or so where we can get into a little politics. But I mean, besides that, I think we pretty much did it. I mean, we could get into some other things, but I thought you had a hard out by like 11:30. It's 11:28.
Well, my father has just here little personal news, which life is content, content is life. My father and all of my uncles, all right? My father has 2 brothers. They had this reunion plan. My uncle in Jersey, Uncle Lenny, he has cancer, but he's doing very well, thank goodness. And so my uncle, my father, they go to visit him. They stay there. So upon their return, about 3 nights ago, my father was supposed to be here, and my uncle, the youngest, faints at the fucking airport. Thank goodness it wasn't on the plane, because apparently they would have had to turn that bitch around. Low blood sugar, old people, which I'm close to being myself. And, then they had to go to the ER. It was a big shakeup. Damn. And so that's, so my dad had to go to D.C., which he jokingly texted me, I might run into Biden. Anything you want me to tell him? I said, yeah, you tell him he could have fucking codified Roe v. Wade if he really gave a shit 50 years ago. And he LOL'd me. So I'm glad because, sometimes we were not always at odds.
Not on the same page.
He can be the more liberal mainstream fella, and I'm more of the, skeptical, I find my news at the source kind of a son of a bitch. I shouldn't say that when I'm talking about my parents. But yeah, all right. Anyway, I'm very much looking forward to seeing him. But I also want to see anything that's funny, public freakout, something.
Yeah,
anything?
we can do. We can save all the weird news, I guess, for Thursday.
Oh, apparently, Trump-backed Illinois Republican Gary something just won in Illinois. That just breaking news. There you go. Another Trump person in office.
We've played videos where people are at a sporting event, they're at a concert,
Pride Parade,
and they find other ways to entertain themselves. There's been a few videos where we played like the guy scrolling on Tinder, and he gets
and the whole audience gets involved. That was beautiful, uniting moment.
So here's another one of those similar ones where there's just a little girl and she's doing this bottle flip thing.
And the whole crowd's in it. That's awesome.
And the whole crowd is just, kind of, they're like, fuck it. It's intermission or whatever the hell it may be, and we're paying attention.
Number 31.
Hell yeah, man!
Look at her face, like when she lands it, like she loves it. Watch.
And that's gonna be a lifelong memory, and it's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
That is beautiful. Rock on.
Yeah.
Hell, she's flexing.
Bottle flip.
2 things that I find
flip.
absolutely gorgeous about this. Is
Bottle flipping?
Number 1, no fucking masks. And secondly, this fucking, this kid is gonna have a beautiful memory because people have come together. I'm glad to see that this day and age, because I've lost my faith in every possible way in our government for many reasons, not because of Roe v. Wade, although that I've evolved on, it's the constitutional interpretation. But aside from that, I've been failed by every hero I've ever had. So refreshing moments by we the people is what I need, because it ain't the fucking representatives that are going to give it to me.
Here's another refreshing message for all of us out there. Here's a kid, just putting in an honest day's work of protesting, letting people know he wants to increase school bullying.
Okay.
And we have one gentleman who's pretty upset about that.
Why do you guys think this is funny? You can film it, you can do whatever.
Yo, if we don't increase it, it'll go away.
What are you guys doing?
If we don't increase it, school bullying will go away, and then my life is defeated.
If you don't increase school bullying,
turn me into a man, sir.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have children at school, and whatever you're doing for YouTube or whatever the f you're doing is fucking disgusting.
You look like you bullied people back in your day.
Yeah,
and
disgusting human being.
And I commend you for that, sir.
Fantastic. You want him to get bullied at school? Is that what you want?
You'll make it through, I promise.
Is that what you want?
Look at him. You'll make it through, I promise. I love you.
To see that kid knock
Like
your
that father
ass
didn't
on the
even
ground.
care.
Sir, are you even yelling right now?
You are such a piece of
I love seeing people get triggered like that.
And I love how ironic it really is.
How much did you really watch of that video, though? What part did you find ironic?
Well, that the dude is essentially bullying a younger person that's trying to be funny about the entire scenario, and he goes there trying to bully the kid.
And then he bullies some random stranger's kid by saying, "Do you want to what? You're trying to bully this kid?" And even the stranger's dad is like, "What the fuck?"
You see how he injured other people involved? He pulled a Hinckley.
He pulled a Hinckley.
Don't pull a Hinckley.
Sometimes you have to fight people like that, and you wonder how you would go about fighting someone like that.
Which one? The guy with the beard? The bully?
Yeah, this man has developed tactics on how to fight somebody of that stature. Allow me to.
I'm intrigued.
This is better than. How you doing? Welcome to Detroit Self Training. Whatever that guy is,
dude. I think he's died in obscurity, not literal death.
He's amazing.
Not unalived.
Here's what you do for Detroit Self Training.
To fight me.
Turn around with that foreign love.
What'd you do to fight him?
What foreign love? Did I hear foreign love?
So it's a call and response video. So this is the man's video. So
to fight me.
He posts like, "What would you do if you had to fight me?"
What would you do if you had to fight me?
Turn around with that foreign love.
And this guy's like, "I'll show you." Boom, grabs that banana, rips it in half. Boom, grabs those fucking cabrones and squishes them. So you know what that means?
I think I gathered the.
He go for the low blow, bro.
Metaphor,
Boom,
yeah.
rip that.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
We've seen the video that I don't think we can even play of the.
Get off my dick!
Yeah. I mean, they're in the military. They're in the Navy, of course.
Like it happened in it was a little fight.
He grabs the heck out of the dude's you know what and just pulls on it, and he was losing the fight. So I mean, hey man, fights ain't fair. But I don't know. I have no respect for that shit.
One more. Did we see this one? This is in the same lane as the banana, as the bottle flip. So this is when people get bored and they're just hanging out, and the audience has caught aware of this man eating a banana.
All right.
And they get pumped for him to eat the full banana. So they see him take a bite and they cheer.
Is he aware?
He becomes aware. Look. Because it's a gaming competition.
This is so fulfilling. The match.
I don't know if he knows.
He had a smirk on his face.
Yeah, every time he eats a piece of the banana, the crowd cheers. That's the kind of
One more bite. Look, he's smiling.
Come on, man. Give the people what they want. This is the best kind of thing.
He's going for it. That's it.
Yes, do it. Do it for the people, for the country.
And the crowd, down goes Frazier.
Look how
down goes Frazier.
Josh, look how desperate we the people are for any kind of wins right now.
And just finding
times are so rough.
Finding unity.
Yes, by goodness gracious.
Look, I convinced you and you did it and we had a good time here. It's all in good fun.
They're not arguing about any political divisiveness. There's no culture wars. Like, that man's eating a banana and he's doing fantastic. Let's make a thing. Yeah, all right. So I'm
God,
very,
that's
very
a
glad.
Damn delicious banana.
And the bottle flip of the century.
Bottle flip heard round the world.
Hell yeah, man. I'll never forget when that bottle hit its bottom.
Landed.
I wanna
hopefully
say,
this show landed tonight. We appreciate you for hanging out.
It's been interesting vibe. I will comment on the interesting vibe. Perhaps when I'm unbanned, I'll do a whole reaction video to this video.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what would be funny is you would be like, oh no, dude, I gotta go home. I gotta hang out with my dad, and then you'd go home and you go right on Progressive Patriot.
Only I can't.
Like, hey, welcome to Progressive Patriot. Like,
Only,
oh, well, okay,
only I can't. I can only get drunk. Oh well.
But I'm saying, if you did have PP,
I totally.
Yeah, you'd be like, no,
I'd
I gotta go
rush
home
right
and
on
I
that
gotta.
son of a bitch.
Sorry, I can't be on here right now. And you'd be like, hey, guess what? I'm live on Progressive. Like, oh, okay, well, welcome there.
Oh, you know me so well.
Guess we couldn't go a little longer here. On the main show you love so much.
Oh, I do love this damn show.
No, I could tell. I get good vibes from you.
I'm getting twisty vibes, but
why would you do that? Why say such a thing?
Banana lives matter. Why wouldn't you? Yes, adios, good night. We love each and every one of you. You know you hear this every day, but it ain't no lie. Ain't no lying, ain't no
gonna
tired
deny.
around here, ain't gonna deny.
I don't feel no ways tired.
That's the person I want speaking for me. Thank you, Mrs. Clinton. The Inner Circle, I did not see your link in the chat, so feel free to drop it so I can copy and paste it as a mod. Throw out a shout out. Let's do a collaboration. Let's make this happen. Josh and I briefly discussed it. We need to do some.
Yeah, let's get Ivan on. Let's get your co-host on. Whatever you guys want to do, but we'll pick a day. You know, just
we got to deal direct. By the way, okay. We appreciate our members that try to support and make moves for us, but ultimately we have to speak. That's that. Yeah.
We love long goodbyes, but we appreciate each and one of you out there. Thank you much. We will be back on Thursday. Until then, we'll see you later. I don't know if Sage is happening tomorrow. I don't know.
Thursday.
When do you get unbanned?
It's 4 fucking days, I think.
Oh, in 4 days.
Thursday
okay, so
is what I want to call the woke-isode.
Our song's over. We gotta go. Yeah,
goodbye, guys.
It's gonna get woke on Thursday. Later.
Peace out, y'all. We love you. I'm just gonna say, do you want more? Wait. Do you want more Stuck at Night? I can't help but notice there's still people up in here. I'm feeling some kind of way. You know what? I love my Faja. I do. He's not going anywhere. He just got back. I know he's landed. He's safe. I think we're gonna do a little overtime. We're gonna see it through. I just dropped this breaking news to Josh. I can't depart like this.
What?
It's gotta go on.
My God.
Give the people what they want.
My God, man.
I know. You didn't see this coming at all.
That whole long outro, and you're like, hey. Like, you waited till it was done. I was like, hey, we got to go.
Well,
and then you're like, hey,
you
you want to...
appropriately trying to give me the heart out, and I saw that.
You want to go more?
And, I was just like, hey, yo, bro,
let me just do one thing.
Go do one thing. Let me talk to the lovely people. Hey,
please,
people.
I'm gonna give you full screen.
Full screen with me. Hey, all you sexy people.
Post show!
I see you, and I know you see me.
Because like, no one likes those awkward goodbyes.
There's no awkward goodbyes here.
No, like this.
That was
you ever tell somebody, okay, I'll see you later, but then you end up walking with them for a little bit?
Oh yeah, that's what this is.
What's going on right now?
Yeah. So I know I said I said all the goodbyes. Now there's no segue, ducks. This is not what you call. People are still saying peace, everyone. I'm sorry, this hasn't quite caught on to the lag. But we're gonna go like a little bonus round style. We used to call this back in the day post show, but that's not quite what this is, because that would dedicate the time to be much longer than it is going to be. But we're gonna have some fun. And I'm noticing that on my phone where I'm watching the show. Oh, it's only now being told to you guys that we're going to do more. So I know we got a couple more videos in the back pocket. Let's see if I can share some any hot takes and opinions. Here, I know, since I'm known for my ranting, and I don't know if it's beloved by all, but bear with me. Let me simply just say that the whole notion of eggshells, and I know I've been bitching about it. I mean, hell, I think I'm entitled to a little bit of the bitching. 2 weeks, no platform, deplatformed. I've learned throughout this journey that I need to be able to vent, speak, and apparently be heard, because if it wasn't for any of you amazing people that give us the time of day, that give me the time of day, I would feel uninspired. And there's so much happening in the world. It is valuable to have a platform, and I'm grateful for it. But the idea that I have to, yeah, Tech, I know, just out of the blue, we did the whole official goodbye just to swamp you with a little bonus. Because, yeah, you know, like I said, my father, I missed him and all that, and there was some drama, my uncle, yada, yada, but I'll see him in the morning before work. I wanted to spend some more time, and as I'm ranting, you know what I'm thinking about right now, aside from the eggshells, like, I'm annoyed that there's things that we can almost vehemently say is true. We can almost safely say we know, like, the whole Biden issue. Do we really have to walk in eggshells? I mean, it's all widely reported. I'm not going to say anything that'll put us in danger of getting that final strike, because there's nothing that comes after that. It all goes away, and then we figure out how to rebuild. I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm prepared. I am certainly prepared. Oh, here comes the co-host who didn't expect hey, you want to go longer? Can't. Hey,
me off.
Yes, Lewis. It is no, and you know what, Lewis? I don't know if I don't want to apologize, but I kind of do.
What do you want to apologize for?
Lewis is the first. I didn't tell you any of this, and I did it as Progressive Patriot, not stuck in the middle. I did for the first time. I timed out somebody.
What?
I know. Look, we don't have the mods like a lot of other channels do that are active, but...
What do you mean you timed out somebody? What does that mean?
My buddy Lewis, who I've, worked with at the dildo shop, polishing dildos all day long, he was going on about Roe v. Wade, and there was a couple of ladies. I think it was welcome in the chat, and it kind of goes against the spirit, I'll call myself out, of Stuck in the Middle, because, everybody's voice matters. But I just saw people requesting to just kind of drop it, because we were trying to move on.
It happened in this chat?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
You timed somebody out?
Yes, I did.
For how long?
I don't fucking know.
What?
Maybe like 3 minutes or something.
Maybe bring that up. Like, hey, should we time this guy out?
Well, I saw, just a couple people, like he wouldn't drop it. But it's the Roe v. Wade, man. Are we going to get tired of it at some point? I mean, it's important. It's absolutely important. We need to continue to have dialogue, but also, in respect to the show, I wanted to make sure, hey, guys, please pay attention up here. And there's going to be branching off dialogues, too.
That's fine. Just as long as nobody else was branching off on Roe v. Wade in the other direction, because it seems like maybe you're limiting conversation on one side. But when you say just making sure people don't get sidetracked in the chat too much, I get it.
Yeah, and after it was
still
kind of, one could say respectfully a request. He was like, no, this is important. Well, respect, Lewis, because I know your passion, and, I miss you at the dildo shop. You're at the other dildo shop now. And Liberty Lion just outed me, bro. He said, I called you the sidekick when you were gone, which I didn't, but
that's fine.
I'm proud to be.
That's how you feel. It's wrong, but it's how you feel. It's fine.
It's not how I feel at all. Get the fuck out of here.
That's fine.
All right, so this is kind of post-show vibe. Can I ask you, how did you feel today?
I'm the kick. You're the side.
Well, you kind of broke my brain. I don't know what to make of it.
I don't know that. Yeah. Ponder amongst yourselves.
Remember, it's a viewer that said it now, and now we're manufacturing a kick side beef thing. No, but anyway, so
it's fucked up.
How'd you feel about the show today, Josh?
You want my recap of it right now? Is that what people want to hear, or do they want to hear some new... I was there.
What's up, Alex B?
Or do they want to hear some new stuff? I feel like people are all caught up in the Roe v. Wade stuff. Yeah, the show is fine. I always have a fun time. It's one of my outlets, so no matter... That's why I like doing it, without somebody isn't as fun. That's why I like having somebody here live in studio, or at least on Zoom, because it's hard for me to interact with the chat as much as you do. But
yes,
that's why it's a nice little balance going on.
Although I do find it absolutely hilarious every time that you squint.
And I'm trying not to do that as much, but I always forget.
No, I mean, but it's it's another reason to watch the show.
Listen, I pointed that out myself first. I was the first one on the IDK show premiere to point that out. Like, I was squint too much.
It's
so.
unavoidable.
I'm not
to
letting you
notice.
take that one.
I am here for it. It's now an entire.
I was the first one to say it. I took it away from all you fucks.
It was a difficult situation.
situation.
See, before the show starts, you relax now. I don't feel any pressure.
Oh, Lewis said big wrong.
Yeah, no. He says, and Shelby was like the big wrong. That's what he's referring to.
In his opinion or on the topic?
About their Roe v. Wade battle. I know Shelby and I very much agree. We're very much, if there was going to be somebody that I'd let kind of speak for me, which I never should, on the matter, her and I had a discussion about this.
Speak for me.
Well, let's not get it too twisted here.
I'm trying not to.
And I have spoken, and I found my middle ground, and I kind of backpedaled because it is nuanced, I guess. But if you wanted to put the phone up, by the way, feel free.
We could do that.
We
could do that. You want to get into the cocaine shipment gone awry? I feel like it's a good post show thing because Thursday's going to be just a woke hour.
Lewis, I will debate you till
Lewis. Call in, Lewis. I'm gonna get the Google Voice.
Tell you what, I'm gonna place a bet that he ain't got the balls. He ain't got the cojones.
Whoa. Let's not pick on people here, okay?
No, but I know him personally, so I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
True. Touché.
Yeah. He's my boy. I got nothing but love for Lewis.
Lewis, I would much love you just to call in and prove this sucker wrong. Prove this jive turkey wrong. So we're gonna put up
her opinion.
The Google Voice number.
Yeah, Alex. Look, man. Like
Alex, call in.
I know Shelby personally as well, and her and I have spoken about this.
What opinion did we miss?
We're very aligned. There was a whole discourse or dialogue, and I was not there for the entirety of it because I'm also a part of the show.
Figures.
And I did get a strong vibe. You did not appreciate my bounce back and forth. So I'm gonna learn to.
It's not that I didn't appreciate it. It was just like it's just
your flow.
It's just an inconvenience. That's all. Like I don't mind it like whatsoever. It needs to be done. Sometimes I'm of the opinion that it could be done in a more tactful.
Well,
like maybe let the thought be finished, and then kind of let's go back and see what we're missing chat and kind of like recap as opposed to feeling the need to do it right in the moment. But that's that's what makes you.
We did have this is true. But bearing in mind, you had planned a structure, and I did not pay respect to that because we did plan.
I planned no structure.
Move back to go forward.
We went over. Yeah, but we abandoned that quite quickly. But we did just plan the topics we like to talk about. Biden, Ghislaine, you were there for that, and you agree with that. So why do you blame me for the structure? Quite literally, you were there.
We fucking voted off on
it. Fight. Yeah, but you just said I planned the structure, and you disagreed with that. That's what you just said.
I didn't fucking disagree with it.
You just said that I planned the structure, and you didn't agree with it.
No, I didn't.
I need the rewind. What did you say?
I said no.
Let's go to the tape. Tell the tape.
My G. I said no, and I didn't respect the structure, so I didn't fucking hate on it. I was like, with respect that we were going back to go forward.
But it sounds like you didn't approve of the structure, but you did respect it when we went over it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying you got to clarify for people.
And you misheard me. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, we could go back to the we got replay.
Tail of the tape.
Bring it back.
It's gonna save me on this one.
That's what you just said.
I didn't fucking disagree with it.
Go back.
Because we did plan.
We missed.
We're very aligned. There was a whole discourse or dialogue, and I was not there for the entirety of it because I'm also a part of the show.
Figures. Hang on.
And I did get a strong vibe. You did not appreciate my bounce back and forth. So I'm gonna learn to.
It's not that I didn't appreciate it. It was just like it's just
your flow.
It's just an inconvenience. That's all. Like I don't mind it like whatsoever. It needs to be done.
Spit it out.
Sometimes I'm of the opinion that it could be done in a more tactful, like maybe let the thought be finished, and then kind of let's go back and see what we're missing chat and kind of like recap as opposed to feeling the need to do it right in the moment. But that's
bearing in mind
that's what makes you.
We did have this is true. But bearing in mind, you had planned a structure.
I had planned it. You see what you say? You had planned a structure.
Well, you were presenting the structure.
What do you
yes.
mean? There was no structure.
But
it was just
remember,
Biden,
go back to
Ghislaine.
go forward. That whole thing.
Oh, in regards to the Biden thing?
Yeah. We were gonna go
That's what we
back
did,
to
though.
go forward. Yeah.
That's what we did.
And I was just trying to admit that I fucked it up by interjecting.
Oh, it sounds like you disagreed with it.
No, man, that wasn't the. And I did not pay respect to that. I did not pay respect to that. See, you jive turkey.
It sounds like it was intentional.
Because we did plan.
I planned no structure.
Move back to go forward.
We went over. Okay, we're 50-50 here. Got you. Okay.
God.
Hey, listen, we got to go over it sometimes.
Why is there gaslight? Oh, whoever you are with the Russian name. Welcome to the show. How about that?
Rasputin sounds like one of those people who like love to troll.
Oh, and perhaps. And Lewis said, I prefer to type, okay? Well, you know what, Lewis? I'm going to take that as a snobbish, Karen-esque response.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man.
In our business, you know what a Karen is, and I'm going to call you a Karen.
Rasputin must be Alejandro or Cranston or Anthony Strasburg.
Well, you know, just last night, Cobra Commander Cranston, he said, this is the only account I got now, guys. I don't believe that. But, you know, I do appreciate that there was mention of that. And I think the Vladimir Putin on Progressive Patriot is the first person you named. But I just don't want to waste my energy saying I'll just waste extra energy at saying it's somebody you already named here.
Hell yes.
You got to trigger that. Oh, Lewis, don't redact your message. Don't. You can't. It doesn't work that way. I saw it. You said you're trying to trigger us. It ain't going to work, son. It ain't going to work. Promise. All right, so let's see. Welcome all the people to the post show that was not planned, but
it's not even an official post show. It's like an extension show.
Yes, extension. And we have cocaine. Not literally.
Coke of cane.
And a monkey.
Coke of cane.
Coke of cane and a monkey with a. That's too much in the title.
A little bit of weird news to soothe all of our woes of the politics going on, because there's a lot of woes right now. There's a lot of people caught in the crossfire of one party or another.
Another Hinckley?
Another Hinckley, yeah. Just almost killed, but not really got the job done. You know, just
worth $83 million.
Just a disappointment.
Wait, I didn't even know.
But here's a positive.
This is what actually happened. It went to a freaking supermarket?
Yeah, well, maybe here's a positive to maybe some of the people who were working at a supermarket. So this happened a little while ago. Cocaine shipment worth $83 million, as Eli said, delivered to supermarkets.
Plural.
By mistake. That was our bad. Yo, did you see? So those bananas that were in there, those blue packages next to the bananas. Yeah, no, that's cocaine. Can we have that back? What? No, like you know, there was one employee in there.
The fuck? Yeah.
Who put the cocaine out with the bananas? Like, well, this must be a package of bananas. You know what I mean? Like,
like I'm in the aisle.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll just get.
Sir, yeah. Do you want a single banana or a pack of 10?
That's a nice condensed package of banana.
I'm not gonna lie. This pack of bananas seems ground up.
Yeah, you know
Listen,
what?
sir, I don't make it. I just sell it.
This
you know,
must
he's
be
being
that-
all cocky.
It's that new gluten-free organic banana.
Well, these bananas are made in Mexico, sir.
I love Mexican bananas, bro.
I hear they have some caffeine in them.
Oh, indeed. Indubitably.
So this happened, I guess, in Prague.
Oh, not somewhere fun like Florida.
Well, listen, we know where the coke of cane probably came from, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Like, listen, North America wouldn't make that mistake. We wouldn't distribute these to our supermarkets. Be like, oh no, look, there's $83 million worth of cocaine caught in.
I wonder how many people got killed because of this.
What would it would be like? It would be like strategically placed inside coconuts. It would be like they'd find it like that. This is bricks of cocaine just next to bananas. Like, there's no discretion. It's just like, like, hey, how do you want to hide this cocaine?
Just throw them in with the fucking banana crate, bro.
Throw it in with the bananas.
They'll never figure it out.
Perfect.
Yeah, one's green. When they're ripe, they're green. It'll all look together.
It looks the same. They're bananas, you mamook.
I had just seen a video. This is related on Facebook of and this is how you know it's professionally done. In the fucking clams, these women were opening them up and taking little balls of heroin that were packaged inside of them, dude. How the fuck?
What, and putting them in clams?
Like, no,
or taking them out of clams?
Taking them out, yeah.
Yo, those clams must have been fucked
Opening
up, dude.
these fish and like that's professional.
Yo, can I get more of that, dude?
Yeah.
Shut up, clam. You don't want more of this shit.
Yo, man, don't be disrespecting the
Yeah,
clam.
you don't talk down to our
community
clams, bro.
right now.
These clams are mule clams, bro.
They
You ever-
were.
Yeah, I seen some shit, man.
I
There's a
probably should
clam.
have shared that video, huh?
Yeah, you should have. I just see like a really hard ass clam with tattoos. Like, I bet inside, man.
Damn. Okay, all right.
Damn, what you been weightlifting? Fucking heroin.
And lots of it.
And lots of it, because I'm a clam.
Dude, a mistake like this, I am very curious at the punishment doled out. Get it, dole? Because they put out bananas.
Yeah, dude, they do. And to me, a mistake like this could like there could only be one. Like I don't see how a mistake of this magnitude could be made.
Yes, please.
It does feel like this mistake was made by maybe something lesser than, you know, like maybe this cocaine was accidentally shipped because they put too much trust in, I don't know, a monkey,
a monkey,
a primate.
Because it's bananas? Is that why?
Exactly. The monkey was like, yo, where do you want to hide the cocaine? In the bananas. They'll never fucking know. And you think I'm joking, dude. Recently, a drug gang's pet monkey was found murked, dude. This is the 2020. Yeah. Straight up, dude. Straight up. Dude, drug gang's pet monkey found dead after bloody cartel shootout.
Dude, monkeys.
No lie. Dude, look at the poor little dude just sitting there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hallelujah.
Damn.
Yo, NSFW, but
Yeah,
I
sorry.
mean, listen,
Dude,
when
in
you,
the game, you get clapped.
bro, if you're gonna send $83 million worth of cocaine in a few shipments of bananas, I mean, honestly, you better have a bigger bulletproof vest on. You know, you better not be just be out and about climbing trees like everything's all willy nilly because you made the wrong move.
Is that a dead human next to the?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just. Like,
It's the monkey. It's bananas. You know, we're doing a little
so
comedy
yeah,
bit here.
so this was the one that had it all
He's
planned
got little
out.
diapers on.
Oh man.
Say hello to my little friend.
Whoa with the.
Hey, this is New York Post.
Yeah. It's totally legit, man. We're not a kid friendly show. That's pretty clear.
But just remember, yeah, there was a drug shootout,
Yes.
drug cartel shootout.
They're like, you sent our shit to
Monkey.
Walmart.
Dude, look at the guy, dude. I feel bad. Like he's like, he didn't. It was a mistake, man. He loves bananas.
It's a difficult situation.
It was a difficult situation. I said the bananas with the cocaine.
You guys can
What's
tell.
the big deal?
You guys can tell who he's impersonating. I can't.
Scarface.
Clearly.
Tony Montana.
No. Who's the guy?
Say hello
from,
to my little friend.
Who's the guy from? Get that dead monkey off the screen. It's
Come on, I'm
making
just
me cry inside.
Don't do that.
It's not. I'm getting the opposite. See, all right. Who do you think this is? Sorry. You don't. Do you mind? I'm sorry.
I'm so glad that you've decided to for us to do a post show. Who do I think Rasputin is?
Well, yeah. Now that the clever commentary is coming in, I'm starting to get a vibe.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna read the comment. Here in Poland, it's beautiful. No abortions allowed. Babies allowed to flourish. I think this sounds like somebody we know.
What, like a fake Polish accent?
Well, no. It's just the clear fake account. I'm assuming. I am assuming. I hope he's not a real Polish fella or anything, but I just
We can see none of our irregulars are in because they like to call. Trying to give our new listeners a hard time.
No, somebody, Spyrus actually said, I'd call in if I knew what was like, what stance I was needing to argue, but I don't really know. So he's just super chilling.
You just call in to say what's up.
Yeah,
You're calling to
this is
say
chill.
your opinion. There is no call in. There is no pressure. It's a show. You're calling in to say what's up. You're calling in to be like, yeah, I disagree with what you said. I agree with what you said. Josh sucks. Eli sucks. Josh is awesome. Eli's awesome. One of the other sucks. Just whatever you feel like doing, you know? It's a show. You know, we have some fun here.
Yes, and I never regret that we haven't clarified often that we're a show that covers a range of topics, anywhere from something very political and divisive to monkey in a bulletproof vest.
If you do look in our description, it says
Hit
an
the like button.
irreverent take on politics, pop culture, and entertainment.
Yes.
Something to that effect. So
Irreverent. Describe irreverent to me.
Disrespectful. We give no fucks to the topic at hand.
Is that what?
Yes, irreverent. Yeah, it's a.
You know, all this time I didn't know what the fuck.
What did you think it meant?
Like a total fucking irrelevant.
I am a very irreverent person. You thought it was like distinguished. You thought it was you're like, oh my god, it's the complete opposite.
I literally I went with the word that rhymed the most with it, like an irrelevant take. Irreverent, irrelevant. Maybe it's like, you know, it's a fucking whatever the fuck take.
Showing a lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously.
Oh, that makes better sense. I should have stuck to that when I describe it to people and then grab their phone and make them subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, that would make more sense too. Now we know what. Oh, look, he's being irreverent. Oh,
instead, that would really sum up.
He's being disrespectful to me.
The big description that I give people, like when I say, you know, the conversations you wouldn't typically have in mixed company or at the table, we have them and we're pretty vulgar. That's kind of how I say it.
I like to think that we bring an honest take to it, but at times we just poo-poo over the honest take just because it's like, yeah, whatever, you know?
Well, yeah, you gotta be.
We're all over the place, and those of you who hang out and enjoy and appreciate that kind of vibe, we appreciate you.
And
we want you to know.
Even if you do like the VOD, you can stick around.
Vob. V-O-B-E. Yeah.
All right. Vibes, it's 2022, anything goes.
You can vibe out all you want to.
Yeah. And remember, we have unilaterally decided here that all they, thems. You heard what J-Lo did recently, right? She's being applauded. She had her kid come up on the stage.
No, I know you're the chatty Cathy of the group here. You like to keep up on what the...
well, it was just
the
on
hens
my
do.
fucking feed.
What did J-Lo do?
So she invited her daughter, but I'd get in trouble. She said,
"Hold up."
She only referred to her kid.
No, baby. No.
You're right. Yeah, no. She only referred to her child as a they, them, and her favorite duet partner, but there was no he or she. So, yeah.
What was
gender
it
neutral?
Then? What do you mean? There was no he or she. What was they then? Rather,
no, Tezande. That's what I wanted to say.
What was the Tezande?
Tezande, I think, looked like a girl. I think. You want to look it up? Like,
yeah, sure. Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Eli, did Josh see the Navy video? Yes, I did. I saw the Navy video that apparently you played two videos during the drunk. What?
Did I play the Navy video during the drunk episode?
And no the red cop, blue cop.
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
I don't remember that whatsoever.
You guys want a treat? Watch Blackout Josh on IDK channel, which is on the YouTube.
The drunk episode.
Don't confuse it with the middle schoolers that made a channel of the same name. We can't escape these middle schoolers making channels of the same name. There's even a Stuck in the Middle by kids.
Don't confuse it with a real IDK show either. It's just
it's a IDK.
Drunk episode that happened with a longtime friend.
Yes, they got to air out some stuff and get He really puts himself out there, which I respect. It was a difficult situation.
Okay, there we go. A difficult situation.
Tell me what that they them is. Is that a boy? That looks like a boy.
Can I ask you, does it matter to you?
I'm curious. That's about it. You know, genuine, fucking sincere curiosity. It's not going to make or break me or anything, but...
Check this out, though. Imagine, so let me get, like, psychological with you.
Oh, no.
Yep. I know, we're getting a little deep here.
All right.
Hi, Cranston. Someone said that.
What's up, Cranston?
Oh, look, all of a sudden Cranston comes around and the other one went away.
Well, he said, Tech, I think they think it's fake because there used to be some Vladimir account guy who said
Isn't that
he
funny
was
how
in
he
witness
responded to that and he wasn't here the whole time, but he responded to the...
Hey, man.
And Rasputin's not responding anymore.
Yeah, you know.
That's fine.
Yeah, just chilling. So what...
Gotta bust your balls a little bit, man. Come on now.
Yeah. That's what we fucking do anyway.
You remember where
psychological. What are you gonna do psychologically to me here? With this kid, which I think is male based on looks.
Let's see my vibe here. I forgot.
It's I'm
Bidening out. Let's see.
See, the movie The Happening, made by M. Night Shyamalan, was actually inspired by knowing Josh.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Go on.
Your mom is essentially a sex symbol, and you're a young girl.
Okay.
A lot of pressure to live up to that.
Sure.
So if you're not that, there's no pressure to live up to that.
If you're not,
guess what? I'm a guy now.
But we don't know we don't know yet, right? We don't know if it's a male or a female.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Can we give?
I'll tell you what. It's not. It's not a female.
It's okay. So it's a Tayzande, but it's a male.
Well, if they identify as they, then they definitely don't identify as a female, which takes a lot of that pressure away of the mom being
the whole
whatever,
sure.
A sex. I mean, come on, J-Lo. Come on.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block
with the booty, man.
The booty. Yeah. Jenny, what's up? So now they doesn't have to feel the pressure to live up in that type of atmosphere, that type of I'm just saying, like, maybe that could be part of it, and they don't really talk that much, so like there's this weird thing that's going on there. Like, I don't know.
Wow, you do get deep into like the world of speculation.
Well, I wonder why.
Fascinating brain.
I wonder why they feel like that. Like, what makes they like? I have somebody in my family who is a certain way, and I wonder, were they just afraid to be gay and felt more comfortable being this way to like a female as opposed to being a female to like a female because pressure's put on by some type of familiar family. Familiar, when I say familiar, I mean like family stuff.
Understood. I remember when we used to plug that that's disrespectful. We don't care, right? We're irreverent.
We're joking.
We would advertise your Tayzande relative their business on our very early Stuck in the Middle episode. We'd start, remember, advertising every episode. I can't believe it.
And what's crazy is I've felt like I've been more honest with before Tayzande than I've ever had to have an honest conversation with Tayzande if this Tayzande is truly what they've always felt like.
Really?
Right.
Huh.
Which is interesting. But the sister claims this is, I've always known this. And
okay. And so you have a level of skepticism with the...
I feel more of a tomboy vibe kind of thing,
See...
This is Lesbos kind of thing.
I found a little like fascinating thread somewhere in the world of social platforms of like all these tomboys that shared their pictures of them dressing, like a tomboy would, and thinking this is going to be offensive. This is going to be offensive to the LGBTQ Tayzande community. That was in itself disrespectful, but they were like, "Thank you, parents, for not like going." Too far, and
it shouldn't be offensive because you think like, well, you shouldn't just be wanting everybody just to be that. You should be like, well, let's make sure this is what you want to be before you make that decision. It shouldn't just be like, well, no, that's what they said the first. Like there should be a little give and take. There should be a little pushback just to make sure, to some extent, like where you are mentally with this, not just like blindly. Like we don't. I want to sound like some crazy, right-wing person, but literally, we don't agree. Like, we don't give fucking. We barely give an 18-year-old money to go to college. We don't give them business loans. They don't make decisions. Fucking, they don't drive till they're 15 or 16. But we're damn sure, at a young age, that type of decision can be made and thought out and just be.
Remember the Olympic rule.
And I really don't know. I really don't know. It just seems like everything else that we say they can't do seems to be hypocritical to what we're saying they can do at a younger age. And I'm just trying to figure that out.
Well, which is why you were the one that pointed out the, I guess we'll call this nuance, just the detail of the Olympics. They didn't ban transgender anybody. They just made it so you had to be younger and transitioned by the age of 12?
Yeah, we'll pull it up. A lot of the Leah Thomas stuff that was going around that came out when Finna made their ruling that I feel like, and maybe I'm just like Mandela affecting, but a lot of people said Leah Thomas banned, and maybe they did, because technically she was banned from racing against women. But then you look in the Finna rules, as Eli was saying, they're now stating the new rule, which passed by 71%, states that it will require transgender competitors to have completed their transition by the age of 12, which Which, listen, at this point, at 12, you're before puberty. So, I mean, who's to say you can't then change? You can't go through a different puberty at that point. You may still have the downstairs parts of that thing because you've grown that way for 12 years, but it is weird. Now you kind of made this. It almost sounds
pressure almost to trans children.
If I told you, guess what? Boom, we banned Leah Thomas from running against women in the swimming. What would you take from that?
Leah Thomas is the transgender, right?
It's what we're talking about. But if I just told you just that information, like, guess what? Leah Thomas was banned from swimming against women.
I would be happy because you know where I stand on that. You know,
would you kind of feel like that would imply like
that transgender? Yeah, and that's kind of what I did, which is why this detail I wasn't aware of until you taught me it. You told me on the show.
And now they're like, well, not all transgenders are banned. You just have to complete your transition by 12.
Which is alarming to me.
And who the fuck came up with the number 12?
Yeah, seriously.
Bet you a bunch of straight white fucking people. No offense to them, us, them. But just like, I bet you they're like, you know what? Let's get a room together. Let's figure out when. Like, probably not a trans person in sight.
Probably not a medical expert in sight by the sound of it.
Nobody except people who had no idea what number they were going to talk about. They just wanted to make it, well, let's 12. Let's look at a number and we'll go with 12. It just seems so...
It seems asinine.
Odd, as I'm just so flabbergasted by it.
And it's amazing how like a title can just do that. We'll say Mandela effect. Like it was misleading entirely.
And it seems like now you're excluding certain trans people.
Yeah, people that maybe wanted to go through it a little later
13,
in life.
or who did it at 14.
Such a bizarre no-win situation to me here.
Yeah, for nobody.
No.
Except Leah Thomas. Now she definitely can't win.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell, my goodness. You know, like, these are the actual... I am going to sound a certain way. I'm aware of this. I am a TERF. I do not believe that anybody that's trans, whatever, should be competing, you know, unless, I guess it's a female competing against a man... Because they would...
Even then, I think you have to nix that from the...
Yeah, like...
You have to be consistent.
On principle, yes.
Because it's just like, maybe you have to do it how... I don't know, what... Pick a number, what you're born up to, and when you... Like, maybe just how fitted in it. Like, oh, guess what? Anybody biologically a male up until the age of 6 needs to compete with... Like, no matter what you are, but... If up until 6 you are if that's how we do it, we just kind of define like what you were, we figure out what you could be born as, and we go off that. No matter what you are now, maybe there could be some type of medium, but even then there's going to be this like, even just saying that's like, oh.
I may have found the one thing where I am immovable, which is something that I usually tell people not to be. Kristen K. Some folks know for sure as to what their gender and sexual preference is right from the get-go. Others don't. It's just that simple. I don't know who that is. Welcome, by the way. New voice. We appreciate anybody.
Yeah, Kristen K. I mean, that's a very... I respect that perspective. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I do look at all the other things we tell somebody that young they can't do, decisions they can't make, and it's interesting how we allow them to feel that way, because as Eli was pointing out, there are some instances where
minds were changed.
A little boy plays with girl stuff doesn't mean he wants to be a girl. A little girl plays with boy stuff doesn't mean they necessarily want to be a boy. And if at that age where I mean, like I'm working at a house today, and like all of a sudden these kids they're like, oh my God, you're putting in door handles? I want to put in door handles. Now I'm putting in, like, they're like 5, 4, and 5, they're just enthralled by anything and anything. Like, what really are they really pumped to install door handles, or it's just this new territory where they're just like, oh, I want to check it out. I want to do what you're doing. What's going on?
I think by default of how humanity is when it comes to anything new,
bro,
there's going to be that type of person,
like,
or parents.
And like, dude, I got so freaked out because like as soon as I oh, go ahead, you can drill this in. Like kids are just like, oh my God, this is so cool. It's so cool. And like the middle child, he's probably like 4 or 5 years old. Like he's still like potty training. And like, he's like, hey, I gotta pee. Somebody needs to watch me pee. And I'm like, buddy, you need to go talk to your mom or dad about that. He's like, no, I got it. And he just like, he drops his shorts and just walks away. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And he comes back. He's like, okay, Josh, I'm done peeing now. So I want to go back to the drill. And I'm like, you're giving away too much information, my friend.
Wait. Is this an actual story?
This is an actual story today. Yeah, just like
today.
Kids are just wild like that. Yeah, it's like, no, dude, no, man, go away, go. He's like, no, I got it. He just walks away, just like, dude, like only my drunk friends do shit like that, bro. Like, what do you mean? You can't just do that.
I can't believe you waited till the post show to share that.
I just remembered it. It was just fucking just like the idea that
and that's to showcase. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love putting in door handles now. So I'm gonna do whatever I can. Like whatever happens in the moment, like they love doing.
You ready?
Bring it.
All right, we love this kind of stuff. Okay. So Kristen, who is like one of my new favorite people. Hi. I have read a fair amount of autobiographies and memoirs. They are gay or trans and knew all along. Some took longer to be sure.
May I ask this of Kristen? I'm going to go out on a limb here. Are you interested?
Oh, yes, call.
In calling in. We'll give you the number, 954. We always put in the number. Anybody can call. It's not going to be hateful, harmful, anything like that. It's just going to be an honest discussion. Sometimes.
Not going to group up on you, nothing like that. It's just, it's
and
literally
over
just
voice,
a civil discussion.
It happens a lot better than through text. So we urge you to call in. 954-399-3631. Kristen, please, if you feel up to it, we'd love to have you call.
Represent the voice. That's why we have a page called Voice of the People. And if that's where you came from, I'm even more grateful because today I made a post. If you're there, please subscribe or get the F out. I hope you do call, whatever your decision is. If this is your first visit to Stuck at Night, well, this is how we roll.
Liberty Lion, he likes flowers. He must be a woman.
Yeah.
It's a lunar. I mean, yesterday we were talking about Pride Fest and a lot of people saying there should be kink at Pride Fest. And to me, the point that I got to was like, honestly, I don't care what Pride Fest does. It's not up to Pride Fest, to me, in my mind, to dial it in for kids. The parents are the ones that maybe shouldn't be taking their kids to places that identify their being in a sexual way.
Sexual liberation.
This is what I do.
That's what
it's a Pride Fest. Like, here's my sexual orientation. Here's my, I mean, is Pride Fest about gender or did Pride Fest more start? I mean, the Pride Fest I remember more started about like, sexual orientation and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's about just, for people to celebrate who they really are without any worry of, I guess, bigotry, just freedom to be who they are. That's all. Pride was to be prideful, to have pride in what you're about. I feel. Okay, what do we got? I find if I want to really understand someone's point of view, I read about it. In this case, memoirs are very illuminating since LGBTQ is not an area of expertise for me. By the way, I am a teacher. Okay.
I'm a teacher too. What's up? Let's teach. Let's learn. Please call in.
The art of dialogue. And look, I've had a conversation very similar with somebody else telling me all about what they read. And these are amazing ways to learn about other things, but experience is you're reading other people's experiences.
Chat, let's give is it Kirsten? It's not Kristen. Kirsten.
Kirsten, yeah.
Kirsten. Let's give Kirsten some motivation. Let's all get together and say, Kirsten, please call in. We'd love to hear you call in, and let's just talk about this. It's not going to be.
We celebrate dialogue here.
Yeah,
this is
we
the
want to
foundation
hear
of our
you.
show.
You may convince us. It's not about disagreeing here.
Yeah, and nor is it to persuade one or the other. Like, you're wrong or you're. And look, here's what I'm saying about Lewis. Like, he's like, Kirsten, how do you feel about abortion? Like, we're trying to have this one thing and get her to call. Yeah, it's about Lewis. I respect your passion for sure. by goodness gracious.
Dude, Luce is always here. He's always like fucking engaged. I appreciate. Oh look,
Shit.
we're ringing. Let's see what happens.
All right. All right.
Call from
Kirsten.
Kirsten, I just would like to give you a round of applause. Thank you very much for calling in. It shows that you are down for open dialogue. It shows you are down to have a conversation. So myself and Eli cannot respect that more. So hello. First of all, how in the hell are you, Kirsten?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, we're hanging in there. We're trying to have some fun. We're trying to learn about each other. We're doing a little show, and we're excited to have you on and kind of help us have a different perspective on some things, and maybe vice versa could happen.
By all means, absolutely.
Sounds good.
So one of the things we initially got hung up on was what was her first comment there at the beginning?
There are plenty of examples of kids that know immediately, or people in general that know immediately, you know, what gender they really are inside or what orientation they are, which is true. I'm not going to say they're outliers. There's definitely people that know how they feel quicker than others, but there's also others that may go down a path preemptively and regret how they went about it. That's
no question about it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. There's documentation of that as well, for sure.
So
that's why you have to be so careful. I mean, I know nothing. I know very, very little about this. I'm by no means an expert at all. So I come with an open mind and a lot of humility and a willingness to learn.
I understand your point a little bit more now, just saying, like, as Eli just explained, yeah, there are people who literally, they know. Yeah, we know. Since I was 2 years old, 3 years old, I knew I felt different. But as we were also saying too, and that as you agreed to, like, there are some who kind of feel a certain way and then change out of that feeling. So it's like, how do we make sure we're accounting for both sides of this coin, to where we're not pushing someone too far to something they're not supposed to be, and we're not discouraging someone who needs to be who they are?
Yeah, allowing room for growth versus pushing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I think, yeah, like I said when I was typing in there, that I'm a teacher for junior high school, and I've been a teacher for 30 years. And, you know, when you're in the front of the classroom and you see all of your children, you only see what you see. You don't really see into their hearts. You can't. But you just try to be as welcoming as possible so that they all feel as comfortable as possible and included. And from what I'm understanding, one of the ways to do that is to have books representing who they are. So I offer a whole bunch of different kinds of books with a whole bunch of different kinds of situations and protagonists. And so for this year, for the very first time, we piloted a book with a gay character. And so I'm like, you know, this is new. How do I do this? How do I do it appropriately? And I think it went well. I mean, I was like, you know, offering it to the students, and we explained the different books. And, the first thing we all agreed is that it was going to be a choice book, not one that was mandated for everybody. So that if, parents wanted their kids to opt out and not read that would be perfectly fine. We'd have other books.
Can you say what grade you teach?
Junior high.
High school.
High school? Okay. Okay, so
were there parents that opted out?
One. That I know of. Then it might have been others as well. One girl came to me and said, "I'm interested in reading this book, but my mom says it's not appropriate for me." And I said, "That's fine, honey, no problem. I have these other books," and we talked about them, and they had different subjects and different characters and so on.
I mean,
it's fine.
Kirsten, I'm totally with you, because at this point we're in
high school.
Yeah, we're in high school.
Yeah.
It's still children, but you're able to really kind of definitely understand things a little better. So I I'm with that.
I can't discourage or admonish that in any shape or form.
I kind of feel for you in the way that you're like, man, how do I now approach this book? You know, like, how do I talk about this without making it awkward for, you know, either side, whether it be somebody who feels this way or somebody maybe who doesn't feel this way, but you still want to make sure you're welcoming to both sides. I bet that's a challenge.
And what was interesting about the book, among other things, was that it was actually two characters that were gay. One of them knew for sure that he was gay. And even though he took a beating for it, he said, look, I'm happy because even though I'm getting rejected by my own father, at least I know who I am and I can say so.
Do you mind?
You, my friend who has rejected me, you're not happy because you don't know what you want. So the one character knew for sure. The other character honestly didn't know. And to this day, I'm still wondering, this character, is it so much that they didn't know or they did know and just didn't want to say?
Is this book called Stuck at Night by any chance?
What's that?
Is this book called Stuck at Night by any chance? Too gay.
Oh, she liked it. I'm so glad.
It's called King and the Dragonflies.
I was going to ask you. I think that was one of the books that was actually brought up on a ban list in one of the red states.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That aside, if you don't mind, I humbly ask, just out of sheer curiosity, and it's refreshing to get a different voice on here. I'm not going to hide that. How did you find us?
CBC.
Oh.
Yeah, Will.
That's
cold beer.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Will. Shout out to CBC. Cold beer, condensed cold beer, confessional,
and Sage.
Love him, of course, and Sage. That's both are a given, but it's good to hear from you.
I'm lying on my cold beer confessional pillow right now, even as we speak.
Oh, you got the merch?
Look at that.
I got my pillow right now.
Man, we got to get some freaking pillows, man. Damn.
Did he talk about us recently, or was it when we did the whole court fiasco?
Oh God, yeah, that. all of it. I've been on CBC for almost a year now.
That's awesome.
So,
I'm envious in a good way.
That's
awesome. That he has such a mix of people in there, and you know, I loved the whole, you know, going for the grifters and the Kowalski fella. Like, yeah, I'm definitely like a bit of a fanboy when it comes to CBC and, you know, his hunt.
Well, that's why Kirsten's got some cojones on her, is because she's a CBC listener.
A little bit. I've had my Yori moments and I've had my Shar moments. We've gone at it. We love each other, but you know, we go toe to toe sometimes.
It's the Shark Tank. You know, the meat hammers. I get it. I have been on the receiving end. I had Yori watched my progressive page, my solo channel, and she told me, "Boy, clean your room, you know, before you go on." So yeah, no, it's tough love in there, and yeah, I think I've already said it. I'm grateful that you called. In this discussion, there's never an end to it. You know, we just kind of have some. I'm not myself Christian, but I do believe in this concept of good old-fashioned Christian forbearance and humility, of just being willing to bear with each other long enough to listen to each other, because I find that sometimes emotions flare up so quickly, that, you know, you can't articulate a thought and listen to someone else's thought with a cool head and look to see where common ground is, and also look to see where you or I myself might be at fault.
Yeah.
My reasoning might be faulty. I have to come into an argument and say, I could be the one who's the asshole. I could be the one who's the wrong one. Let me see where that is. And if you can challenge me on that, I'd be grateful. Because I want to know. I really want to know.
You're literally the perfect demographic for what we've always sought out. You know, we've endeavored to not be an echo chamber, although like a moniker that I believe stands for very much, you know, what we're about is we try to find that which can unify us, and we can identify the dividers so we can start the dialogue to find common ground, because we have to coexist.
Maybe this is the one place where I can actually ask this question and not get my head chopped off. And that is, can anybody explain to me why people, maybe not you, but people who talk about critical race theory have such strong opinions, but they've never fucking read it. That drives me nuts. That drives me absolutely nuts. I don't mind if you have an opinion on something. But then you're going to tell me you cannot even tell me an author?
I do believe that there is a difference between critical race theory that is taught in colleges and stuff like that, and then the practice of critical race theory that is possibly implemented in like math problems, so on and so forth. So I think there's a difference. I think there is like
people would say so. Then I wish honestly people would say so and make that distinction.
Right, because it is an important distinction, you know, like going from critical theory to then understanding the difference between critical race theory, and then how that is a little more of like a higher learned topic, but how critical race theory and its praxis is put into place in school, because like there is things that aren't on the college level, but there are things in praxis of that topic that for whatever reason you even can't talk about that. You know, you can't talk about how it's there, and then you can't talk about how it's not there. You know, we've become so polarized with abortion, with critical race theory, with each other in general. Like hearing somebody like you calling, we're like, well, hold up. There are people who are born this way and who feel like this. And I agree that the opposite is true, that there are people who feel this way but then grow out of it. But both sides don't want the conversation.
These two things do exist. They even coexist, and we have to accept that, you know? So, yeah, you called in with an absolute 100% fact, and we were just talking about, I think 100%, like I specifically brought up how it was an article about tomboys that were thanking their parents for not going further with it. So that's, you know, when you chimed in.
Absolutely.
That's when I was specifically talking about.
Oh, yeah.
No
doubt.
So is it Kirsten or Kristen?
No, you had it right the first time.
It's Kristen? It looks like it's
Kirsten.
Ear.
It is
with ear.
Okay.
It rhymes with what?
Ear.
So it's
Like
Kirsten.
ear?
Like Kirsten Dunst.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Is this Kirsten Dunst?
Are you Kirsten Dunst?
I spell it correctly. She spells it wrong. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
Thank you for, like, I'm sure this is redundant, you hear it all the time, but thank you for being a teacher, like, this day and age. I know there's some people in the chat that aren't a fan, yada, yada, we're not going to love everybody, but I know it's not an easy job, sometimes not even all that rewarding, but thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, Technolifter says, I actually feel sorry for Kirsten. I'm sure she means well. It's hard to have the direction of your career decided by other people. You got that right.
I'm pretty independent.
Right, no. But what he's saying, just like in general, the role of the teacher does seem to be trying to be decided by other people, as opposed to someone like you who's like, guess what? Yeah, you're right, and yeah, you're right. And I'm going to teach a little bit of both. It's not fucking one side or the other.
So I try, because we have something called DEI. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And when I think of inclusion, I also think of including the Christian voices and the religious voices and those who are very conservative. And I want them to feel as welcome as everybody else as well. And sometimes they don't.
Kirsten, that's a goddamn mic drop moment right there. You're like, guess what? I include.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with the Muslim parents and the Muslim children. I mean, we just got an email like last year, and I never thought of this. I never thought of this. But have you heard of Ramadan? Ramadan is that holiday.
Yes.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Of course.
And I'm like, you know, sometimes these kids are coming in and they're not eating and they're not drinking. Just so you know, they might be tired. They might have these. And I'm like, you know, I never thought of that. I never thought of that.
I'm going to ask you now a serious question now that we've been talking for a second. Do you notice, just as any job, there are people who abuse their job. There are bad apples in their job. Do you yourself notice bad apples in your job, and have you done what you can to call those bad apples out?
Not too much. I mean, like I've seen a couple of lazy teachers maybe.
Okay.
And I'll try to help out and say, you know, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Or whatever, you know, in a diplomatic kind of way, is to be helpful, that kind of thing.
So you see just more lazy teachers and people with an agenda.
There was one who I could tell it was very obvious they had a substance abuse problem, and that became apparent, and so that got handled pretty quickly.
Was he drunk? You fucking just don't listen to me, all you fuckers.
You could tell, and so that had to be taken care of, and so off to the rehab they went.
Good.
Did they come back all like changed and able to function?
You can't have that person back in school with the kids knowing they went to rehab.
I guess not. I don't know.
No.
That's a death sentence, dude. Like, they're going to use that against him. Whatever. You're just drunk right now, Mister. Shut up, kids. That's a death sentence. Well, Kirsten, thank you so much for calling in. I do hope you continue to watch the show, as it sounds like you have been. And shout out to CBC, Cold Beer Confessional, Cold Beer Condensed, Cold Beer Condemned, all of them.
And
we love them. We love Will. We love Sage.
I offer you this, please, anytime that you find us speaking on anything, for that matter, that you feel could use a little balance or a different perspective, you're always 100% invited to do just that.
That's great. I appreciate that, and I realize that you're having fun and you're being playful, and you're kind of like, you have that kind of comic edge, which I love.
Thank you.
So I won't call you out if you cross the line, because I actually like that kind of humor.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
You're a perfect viewer.
Kirsten.
Well, that's been so refreshing. Thank you. Good night to you. Okay.
Kirsten, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Okay, take care. God bless.
Bye. God bless. Kirsten, thank you.
There's some people in the chat that are definitely not happy with the conversation, but I mean, come on, what more could you ask for?
What are people saying? Like as an example, what's not happy about the conversation?
I mean, I think there's some good, some solid points, and there's some people that just were not happy that she even offered that book, or those, like, why those characters have to be gay and so on and so forth. A good point, as per usual, is like, she's being told what to teach. She's not teaching what she wants. That was, but I didn't quote that specifically correct. And
yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with
negative,
that. Man. Listen. There's gonna be. I don't.
And we have to accept that. You
have to understand. There's gonna be negative to that.
I teach what I want. She just responded. She's feisty.
If every person is a man loving a woman, there's gonna be, woke of me. But seriously, like, we already agreed that some people know what they are when they come out. What's wrong with? Is it always an agenda just to show the other side of things?
Yeah, and
I understand there's a fine line between grooming and what an agenda is, but sometimes you're just trying to be a little more inclusive.
Right. I mean, some people want to place lines over the attempt of inclusion. Sometimes over-inclusion, if that's a thing. Well, yeah, it can be. It can appear like a pander, but I didn't get any bad vibes off of Kirsten. And, yeah, there's some back and forth.
Techno, call in.
I'm sorry.
The other guy. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're the one who started this.
I know, and
people are there. They're having fun. You want to cut it short now?
I'm grateful for it, and yeah, like, and the point that Josh made earlier is that these are high school kids, and they had the option for their parents to opt out. It sounds like it was all out there on the table. She wasn't like doing this nefariously and like slipping these books in there or anything. She's not in a state where these are banned either. And the whole thing about banning, don't we all kind of unify on censorship being bad? I mean, making something accessible and, nuanced. The whole episode, to me, took a very interesting turn. Like, I'm very fascinated with where this ended up from how it was going.
Really?
Yeah. And hearing a different voice, this is what Stuck in the Middle has been all about. Day one, Stuck at Night, Stuck in the Middle, is to get all of those voices in one place. And I expect the negativity, when it's going to happen, when they hear something that they're not on board with. But how do we have to have the dialogue? Because at the end of the day, we're all on this rock together, and
hell yeah.
That's all kumbaya, but that's what we offer here,
Earth, third rock from the sun. Well, Techno can't call in, and Cobra Commander is questioning Rasputin's authenticity.
They're going...
It's a nice back and forth going on. So that's enough of our back and forth. I guess we will actually get the F out of here. this time, ladies and germs. Yeah.
Thank you for returning. I almost feel a little bad that we did the whole fake goodbye, but it was sincere, as we always try to be.
Yeah, you should feel a little bad.
Yeah, but
because like now I got to go through the whole video and like go through like the.
Oh, snap diggity dog.
Oh boy, let's see what we. I mean, they called right the last second.
Call from
Liberty Line.
to accept.
Liberty Line, you caught us right as we were doing another goodbye, sir.
Okay, yeah, sorry, that's just, let me turn it off on here.
It's okay.
No, dude,
right, now
no
I can
worries
actually
at
hear
all.
you.
Yeah, no, he's turning off the background. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut off your goodbye there.
No, not at all. Not at all,
it
dude.
just so happened to be timed just in that manner.
It's a perfect timing, actually.
I mean, yeah, I mean, see, there's a lot that has to do with that CRT stuff, and I think it's fine. Like, I won't even say fine, but what it is when it's being hidden, and that's with anything being taught to children, being taught even in the college. If you're hiding it from the people that are like paying for their children to go to these colleges, that's not right. But that's not what I'm really getting at. It's when you go down to the kids, even in the high schools, and how they were saying how they give a permission slip where they tell, well, I wrote somebody's name in the chat, and that person exposes a bunch of these. Now, I'm not saying Kirsten is like that, but I'm saying that she exposes a bunch of teachers that will teach this anyway to students and stuff that aren't getting the permission slips. And, oh, it's fine. It doesn't work. It doesn't matter. I'll teach it to them anyway.
I did see your comment. I did see your comment.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I did see your comment with the name of the person, which I will find and I will look up because I rewatch every episode we do at least 4 times. So
he does.
I will. You have my word. I'll look up on the expose. As you called in, I was just commenting though, like somebody like Kirsten is not doing this nefariously or in silence in the dead of night. It sounds like it's very open about it. The parents got to, opt in or opt out for their kid. And at the high school level, I don't know. I think it's okay to have some level of conversation. Much younger than that, I'm not so sure.
Liberty Line, let me ask you this. Do you believe that there are people who are born who, hey, guess what? I'm gay, or, I was born. Do you believe there are people who say, hey, I was born a man or female, but I feel like I'm, if I was born a man, I feel like I'm a female. Do you believe that there are people like that?
Well, I think there's a lot of people that feel a lot of ways. I don't want to make this a cop out. I want to get to the point of it.
Yeah, no problem.
I think that what it is before they make life-altering decisions, they should get to an age that is proper to do that. And for me, that 18, just like many other things, is pretty much a good age to say, all right. And even then, they're still kids, but you can only keep that for so long, because then they may make a life-altering decision, regret it for the rest of their lives, and that hasn't been shown to change the suicide rate in them as well either. Yeah. The people that have that feel that way, it has tended to stay the same and trends the same.
I'm concerned.
I understand
family.
that there's people that they feel a certain way, or I'm not trying to say that.
But besides feeling a certain way, do you believe that there are people who are a certain way? Whether they are the exception, let's not argue, but just the idea that somewhere out there are people who know they don't feel gay, they are gay. They don't feel like a man trapped in a woman's body, they are a man trapped in a woman's body. Do you feel, at the very least, there are people, not that takes up them, but they are the exception and not the rule? Do you concede to something of that effect?
To that effect, let me just say I'd word it a little differently.
Okay.
That they that they maybe not feel that way, as you said. Maybe they are that way, and maybe they are that way.
Right.
But I hate to say, but I mean, no, I don't hate to say. I will never say the unscientific thing. To me, there are two sexes, and that's how it is.
That's fine.
I'm not saying that you can't be gay or anything like that, or even, all the other stuff. But there is.
You are speaking to the biology of the matter, which you're not wrong, except for a 0.8 percentile of hermaphrodites. So yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, and that is yes, exactly. And then that's what I was. Sometimes you get hung up with words like that. Now that does happen, but I'll never get on board with the fact of. I just trying to watch my words because I don't know. I know you guys just got back. I don't want to get you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So this isn't what you believe or anything, but on a personal level, I believe that a man, can't become a woman physically and change their sex, and vice versa. But that's a personal belief, and
right. That's fine.
I know you guys are free to feel how you feel, but I just didn't want to.
I don't necessarily believe that either.
You're not speaking radically, my brother.
Yeah,
so
really,
okay.
you're not. I don't know. I do think there are some people who could be like that. I do think a lot of the times there's something else going on there. You know what I mean? Without getting too much into it. So I agree with you for the most part.
Yeah. My biggest problem is when it's being, as you said, like before was grooming kids. If they're being groomed to think that they're a certain way, or if they're being groomed to believe they're a certain way that they may not be. But it's just, when you're an adult, you can make adult decisions.
Yep. When
you're a kid, they shouldn't be, oh, well, little Johnny, I think I said it in the chat, little Johnny loves flowers. I guess he's a girl.
Yeah.
That doesn't fly.
There is an overcorrection going on to kind of like,
little Johnny also smears his poop on the wall. That's
little Johnny's a poop smearer now, dude. That's what he does.
I mean, kids do some disgusting things, but I mean,
that's that Bill Cosby show, right?
To make any decisions. Most kids, and even when they're in their teens and when they're
still do horrible things.
In college, they still need people to help them, or they'll die.
Yeah, dude, I was just talking about earlier, like, a little kid was like, hey, I got to go pee. He's like, can you help me? I'm like, dude, go talk to your parents. He's like, no, I got it. He pulls his pants down, just walks away. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You can't do that.
We're gonna trust that kid to decide if he's a boy, girl, man, woman, or Tezonde.
Whatever he is. You don't just do that.
Literally lying.
That's where I really stand on that. You're an adult. It's fine for you to make your own decisions, but I understand that some people will feel or even in a sense be a certain way, but I just don't think it's right to force them into a decision that they may regret later.
No. Forcing, grooming, no.
You're essentially be what you want to be, but don't force it on other people.
And I wanted to give an opportunity
pretty much.
real quick. I think, if I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, you have a panel channel. Is that correct, right, Liberty Lion? I've spoken to you.
I have a what?
A panel channel is what I call them when people go live and they have a couple people.
Oh no, no, I've actually been working on doing something like that. It's just life has gotten in the way. But I have called in before, back I think when CanCon was on the show.
Don't say the word.
That's okay.
Don't say the word.
It's all right. He said,
okay, I'm sorry.
It's
No,
okay,
it's
brother.
okay.
It truly is. I don't think
it's a running joke. I think we should be fun with that.
So,
but don't say it again, though.
with that,
Seriously.
Thank you for continuing to lend your voice. I mean, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, until it's played out. Don't care. Everybody that supports this channel is what makes this channel. It's not about us. With that, I want to say thank you so much for calling my brother. I look forward to more discourse and discussion and entertainment.
We love when people call in and share their point of view. So, dude, much appreciated. Seriously.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to you, Liberty
Take care,
Lion.
brother. Good night to you, okay?
Yeah, you too. Definitely look into that person I placed in the chat. They're a libertarian. And she's. I don't agree with everything she says, but what she's been exposing is some of it's very disturbing.
I'll be all over it.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Probably do a whole special on it, brother.
Yeah, we could just bring that up with the whole woke topics going on Thursday. So, yeah, we'll check that out, man. Appreciate the heads up.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys have a great night. God bless.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good night. You too.
Let me clarify real quick. TZ, no, there's nothing going on with our mutual friend. It's just anytime he has been a part of our show. I'm not naming the name.
No, I'm just playing into it.
Yeah, no, just
we got to dance around the.
We've been our strikes have come every time he's been with us.
Disagree.
So that's why we get along. He's
all of our misinformation strikes have revolved around those episodes.
Yes, and like
boy, are they cracking down.
So yeah, that's all. That's why we're all like brothers here.
All those episodes are probably going to be uploaded to Rumble sometime soon, just so they can be somewhere. Because
another win. Somebody from Voice of the People has joined us. I'm so glad to see that finally happening. Our boy James.
What's up, James?
Fuck yeah, man.
Hey.
Yeah, so this has been refreshing.
But he comes like so late.
It's all right.
It's not his fault. It's just like, damn, we're almost done here. I wish we could be more energetic for you. Yeah.
It's our third goodbye.
And it's our real goodbye.
Yeah. So with that being said.
Let me try this again. Let me see if I can get... There we go.
That's the intro, outro.
Whatever. We'll just use that outro.
Said it once. I'll say it again. I've said it infinite amount of times. Find the unifiers, people. They bring us together so we can identify anything that may divide us so we can find that common ground. Like, share, subscribe. Help us fight back and maintain what we have here with Stuck in the Middle, Stuck at Night, people. We love you.
Thank you for all the call-ins, Kirsten. Thank you, Liberty Lion. And all of you in the chat. Techno Livser, TZ Burton, James Spyrus, Ducks. If I've missed you, I apologize. There's a lot going on.
Veritas,
a lot of papers.
Yeah.
A lot of papers here. I got
it's a difficult situation.
It's a difficult situation.
So with that said, we'll deal with the next difficult situation on Thursday night.
On Thursday.
Good night to all of you.
Around this time. I don't know if we're going to do 3 hours again, but goddamn, we'll give you something good, okay?
Peace out, people.
Later.